Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa. That's the joke I wanted to make last week but forgot to.
What?
Wow.
That's the joke
That's the joke you were trying to make.
God damn it, it's such a simple joke and I forgot it.
I think it would have been better off being forgotten.
I think it would have been better off if you'd
Gathered
stayed
friends, listen again
dead.
to our legend of the roller skates.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's time we moved along.
Let's move on right to our graves, starting with the book. The book being Biological Chronicle. If you don't know that by now, then you are lost, friend. You know what we're reading. We're reading book 6. The rest of it, chapters 25 through to the end. That's like chapter 52 or something.
Yep.
Do it. That's what we did. And we got a friend here with us today. We picked him up on Voyanui. What is he?
What is he?
What is he?
I don't know. What is he?
State your species.
Bonk, now's your cue.
I'm Bonk. You probably don't know me from Twitter. My terrific work there. That's pretty much all I do.
So you're a bird?
No,
tweet.
that's... No.
I agree.
Sure, let's go with that. That's just easier.
Everyone on Bird is a Twitter now.
Yes.
Yep.
Wise words as always, Josie.
I haven't had a soda in 3 days.
I'm drinking one right now.
I hate you.
I'm drinking
I
Bang
know.
Energy, our sponsor for this show.
Everybody taunt Josie.
I had my last Rockstar Energy 3 days ago, and I kept thinking if there was more in the fridge, they were just hiding. But I've checked, and they're not hiding. They're just
Okay,
gone.
Curtis.
Yes.
What you need to do for this episode, now that Levi has opened a soda, like any normal episode, that sound would just make his head bob because you don't edit that stuff properly. So now you gotta edit him actually opening a soda.
No, just put a can in all of our hands except Josie's.
Oh dear.
And give Josie's model a sad face.
Oh. Well,
And black eyes to represent deadness.
Oh, Curtis, actually,
Yes?
one thing. I would like a request. I would like to request a change to my model for this one.
oh yes.
Because I fucking love the Paraka. They look so goofy. I love the big fucking grins on them.
Yeah.
You want to be an unnamed species that will be named in 2009.
I still
Doesn't
want. I
fucking
still
matter.
want
They're called the Skakti.
I still want the mustache and the big nose, but I want that big fucking grin. That goofy.
Yeah, make
look.
him Paraka Shemp. Paraka Shemp.
Yes. It's happening. We're doing
Hell
it,
yeah.
bros.
Liam, spoilers.
They're called Skakti. It's not a
Yeah.
spoiler.
It's not much of a spoiler.
Spoilers.
The Paraka aren't Paraka. The Paraka is just like the group name. The species is called Skaxi. Greg hadn't written it yet by the time of this book, but if he had, he would have written it.
Yep.
That is
That's it.
how chronology works. Yeah.
Greg
Yes.
does choose to write things when he does.
Fun fact, despite, I think Sidorak species are the only ones who don't have a name despite having their homeland named. They're just referred to as Steltians.
Yeah. Do we ever go to their homeland? Because I really like. There's another mention of their homeland in this one, and I
Not really.
Oh. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah. Well, actually, Liam, not only Sidorak species, but also Krekas. He's from Stelt as well.
True.
Yeah.
What if
But
they're
at
the
least
same,
we have the Vortex.
What if they're
Yep.
the same species?
A theory that they might be, actually, because...
What if we actually made a podcast?
That would be interesting.
Oh shit!
Hypothetically.
Podcast, books,
We
reading,
should make we should record a podcast where we read the Bionicle books.
We
and then
should.
talk about Bionicle. That would... You know what? That would sell gangbusters. Let's do it.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't actually checked how the analytics are for the Liam. Have we made $1?
Ever?
He's checking right now, I assume.
What?
Does it matter?
Loading up the bank.
Who's doing what? What's going on?
Liam has gathered friends, made $1.
We're not.
I mean,
no.
yeah.
No, we're not. No.
What?
We're doing this for the love of it. No.
Speak for yourself. I'm doing a big cold hard
We
catch.
don't want money.
You can love things and also love money.
We've got to have money.
Well, in that case, I want my cut. I want my 1/6 of that dollar, please.
Speaking of 1/6 of things, Kongu is 1/6 of the Toa Inika, who I just recently found out are called Toa Inika and not Toa Inika, because that would make sense.
What?
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I always knew that. You didn't know that.
Well,
Great
I
segue.
called them Inika growing up, but I always thought it was wrong, so...
Why
were
would
right,
that be
Ron.
wrong?
Because there's two I's and they're pronounced differently? That's dumb.
I just assumed that all the ways I pronounced stuff as a child was wrong.
It was already wrong anyway. It's Inika.
Of course.
I think it should be pronounced like ignition, because that's the name that they went with. It should be Inika.
Yeah.
Not to
Kongu
get too
came
far
from the
ahead
tree
of...
village of Lekoro.
Yes, he did. And now
Yes.
he's not a tree person, he's a big boy.
And he's all like, if I came from somewhere before I lived on the island, I don't care.
Yep. Don't care about any of that. I'm a big boy now.
Basically saying the past doesn't matter. What matters is what you can remember.
And
He's
also,
also
low-key
Kongu again.
also low-key confirming that whatever the fuck happened with Karzani didn't affect his memories at all.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Either
just
that
like
or
it was basically
doesn't care.
a dream that he has vague recollections of, but doesn't really. We all have had dreams before. We wake up and we're like, "Oh, that was weird. I gotta post that on Twitter," and then we make breakfast and then we forget to post it on Twitter.
We've all had dreams of where our city was destroyed by spiders and we were put in pods.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm made of spiders.
I'm made of the island of Voyanui,
Yeah, where we are right now.
where we are right now, on this earth, beneath our feet. This planet right here, this is Voyanui. That's where we are.
Yep, that is it. Yep.
And Kongu's there, and all the other Toa in Kanaka.
All
they're
the
wandering.
all the Toa Kanoka.
So they just got out their canisters, they're wandering around, they're thinking, hey, what a cool place. I bet there's a Mask of Life here, that's why we came here.
It's a
Also,
cool
maybe
place,
other
and I
Toa.
bet it gets cooler.
Yeah. For the rest of the lyrics, you know
Yeah.
them. There's a volcano up there. We should maybe go towards that. But first, let's figure out
For
what
reasons.
the hell we are. Toa,
Yeah, so they're
maybe?
they're heading to the volcano, and then Kongu's all like, "Hey, what's wrong with this picture? We barely know what's going on, and we're going to where the obvious bad guys are." But he says, "What's wrong with this carving?" Because apparently they don't have the word "picture."
I've never heard the original version of that phrase, so it just sort of came out of nowhere for me. It's like, what's wrong with this carving?
Hang on a
Never
second.
heard what? I'm sorry, you've never heard the expression, what's wrong with this picture?
No.
How?
I don't know.
Well,
What the fuck?
I
Bonk,
imagine that.
you appear to be under the impression you're supposed to be here to speak. You are not. Be silent.
I imagine then that is even stranger for you then.
Yeah,
It was pretty
very
strange for me, and it took me like a minute to figure out what the hell he was talking about. Later on in the book, the word picture does in fact exist, so...
Hey now, you're a monster. If your name won't go play.
Hatsune Mike.
Michael.
Does this
Michael-
sound good or bad?
Great.
Oh god, that looked great.
Oh, nice.
It sounds
sound like
so
a real
great
boy.
that your sound's so great that it looks great. Your sounds. That's what I've said
That's
with
what I
my
strive
mouth.
for.
That's
That's-
a voice for radio.
Liam's
Who
playing,
crashed?
Liam's playing Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, I thought that's what
he's
that was.
dead.
Liam's playing Pokemon.
Stop killing things. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I wasn't aware that they added sound effects for the grinding up of Pokemon into rare candy.
No. When you tap the Pokemon in the screen, I have a video of this. It makes their cry, but when you tap them again, it restarts the animation, but it doesn't restart the audio. The audio keeps playing. So when you just mash it, like I'm doing Lugia right now, it's just 1, and then you tap it.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're playing as the Pokemon professor in this game, and he's grinding out and he's sticking the Pokemon into blenders to supply you with the candies.
Oh dear. Let's get back into it. So
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, no worries. So the Toa are walking around and they figure out maybe these masks are funny. Let's take them off and see what happens. Oh no, my face is the sun.
Yeah. So like apparently their faces are the sun.
That was a weird detail on the sets that I never realized was canon.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about the sets that always threw me off. It was advertised that their heads were supposed to glow in the dark. They don't. At all.
There's probably an intended feature that they just couldn't get to do.
They got to work with the Paraka's teeth, but somehow not the ones that actually do glow in story.
Yeah.
No, I reckon the Paraka's teeth glow in canon as well. They just have really, like... they have such good dental hygiene that their teeth glow.
Yeah. Or they
Now I want to see the Paraka, but instead of having eye beams, they have, like, teeth lasers.
Okay.
It's like in cartoons when, like, the handsome guy smiles and it's just like...
Yeah.
But it's just a laser beam instead of just a lens flare.
So the Paraka's toys had light up eyes to indicate to represent eye beams, but even with the battery fully with a new battery, like their teeth are brighter than their eyes.
It definitely didn't help too, and they did the same thing with the Toa and Aika. That the sets all had a try me function, where the actual glowing part was in the top of the canister, and you could hit the button. So you have to. I got my Motoro out of the box with a dead battery and the sword because of that shit.
That's why you dig around to the back of the shelf.
Yep,
You
I
dig around to the
Still
back of the
haven't
shelf.
gotten around to replacing it.
That's the pro strats. You got to dig around to the back of the shelf.
Well, it wasn't. I got it as a gift from my grandparents, so it wasn't my choice.
Tell your grandparents to dig around the back of the shelf.
Tell your grandparents they fucked up and you no longer love them. They got you the wrong Motoro.
Okay,
Hey, remember that Bionicle, that one specific Bionicle you got me 15 years ago? Yeah, fuck you for that.
No,
Call
provide
them
no
right
context. Provide no context. Just call up your grandparents and tell them, "Hey, fuck you! You hurt me, and I don't love you anymore." Reach to the back of the shelf. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do it. Back of the shelf, or I don't love you anymore.
You betrayed me, grandmother.
You betrayed me, grandmother. You must reach into the back of the shelf.
At least with the Anika, you can replace the batteries fairly easily. You can't do that with the Paraka. You gotta, break the plastic open.
You can replace the batteries in the Paraka eyes. It's just really fucking difficult to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Curtis said.
Yeah.
It's stupid and dumb, and I don't like it.
I
So.
found the detail that I liked about the Anika's faces glowing brighter than the sun is that apparently the Anika's vision are not immune to their own brightness. So, like, one of them takes their mask off to just because it's giving them a headache. I think Helly or Kongu, one of them. And, she's all like, wow, there's suddenly all this light, and I don't know where it's coming from. It seems to be coming from all directions at once. I can't see anything.
Oh, that part was Nuparu, yeah. Holly took hers off later.
And then
I just
everyone
love
is
it that, like, up until the comics in the book, it's always describing the Paraka as having, like, an evil grin on their face, and I was just like, these are just some very jovial guys. They really enjoy what they're doing. No, their teeth are just 10 times bigger than their skull.
Yeah. Okay, have you ever seen, what the actual toy of the Paraka skull looks like if you take their face off and it's just the skull?
No, but they do appear to be 15% tooth by weight.
Well, no, it was in the Paraka rap video.
Yeah, let me just get one of these up for you.
Yeah, so according to that commercial, the Paraka, the rubber spines that the Paraka came with are literally just hats.
Yeah.
Or I guess they'd be more like hoodies.
It is literally like 50% tooth.
Oh yeah, there is one part in this book that was kind of gross for me, like you just said about the spines. It describes one of them as grabbing the other by the spine, and I was just like,
Yeah, they have a spine on the outside of their body. It's
that is a hideous flaw in nature.
Yeah. It's not even like a full exoskeleton, it's just the spine.
It's they don't talk about it in this book, but it's a whole different creature, isn't it? The spine slug?
No, I think it's just a regular
The spine slug?
It's a spine slug. It like latches onto the back of their head and it like feeds on emotion or something.
What? Is that a real thing?
Am I the only one that knows this?
I've never heard this before.
I remember that. I forgot about it.
like I'm reading these like as of immediately after we finished Time Trap, I am reading these books for the first time and experiencing things I have never known about. That would be one of them if it was in this book.
Since when is Bionicle a horror?
I mean, it's going into that direction.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait until we start book 7.
But yeah, actually, Josie, going off of what you said, this entire book is new to me as well, because I'd read the previous one, but I never got Legends 3 through, I think, 7 as a kid. So all of this and most of the next one is new to me.
My life started getting really hard after 2005, so I didn't have time to read books for fun anymore.
I don't know why I stopped reading them. I just sort of did.
There were... I know you said that the pages were the same amount, but there were a lot of books that we had to read this week. Because, it started with Power Play, then went to Legacy of Evil, then went to
Inferno.
No One Left Behind, and then Inferno as well.
Well, No One Gets Left Behind is 2 pages. It's nothing.
Yeah. But, was Inferno just really short?
Yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah.
Nothing much happened. In fact, that's kind of a theme for everything we read today, is if we skip out on the Legacy of... if we skip out on the Legacy of Evil stuff, then it's just, the Toei and Ica arrive on the island, beat up the Paraka once, lose, beat up the Paraka again, and go underground, and win.
Oh,
and
but there's also that thing with Brutaka.
Well, yeah, but that's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing even happened. Speaking of nothing even happening, we're only, 1 chapter in.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
We're even 1?
We're 2 pages in.
Oh god, no.
That sure was strange. That was your face!
The podcast is ruined. Masks are alive. Oh god, this is not important at all, actually, but the masks are alive, guys.
Yeah.
I love how this is never explained and never touched on again.
Nope.
It's just the masks are face huggers.
It's literally just there to explain why the toys are made of rubber.
You say it's never mentioned again, but everyone in this book is constantly commenting on their strange masks.
Yeah, but not that they're...
why.
Not
just
that their masks...
in every fight, they take a pause to just go, actually, you're weird.
Yeah, even the Paraka, who are really gross looking, are just wow, your masks are just the shit. Or just shit, actually. Not the shit, just shit.
I like the details they added to the organic masks. They actually had fucking mouths and shit.
So, visually, they look pretty cool.
I like their masks. I just think that the masks being alive was stupid.
Could you imagine wearing a mask and the mouth opens?
Yeah,
I just don't. I mean, that's a really wrong image to me.
When I was a kid, I always thought that
to be fair, it's better than the prototype designs.
When I was a kid, I always thought the living masks came into play somehow. Like maybe, like they did something, but no. Yeah, so like I think it's Hallie. She takes her mask off and it like crawls a bit, and they're like.
It's kind of like Prana, now that I think about it.
Well, great. I have to put that back on my face now. I can never be happy again.
Fun fact, by the way, the prototype for Hookie's mask was just reused for Axon.
Yep, straight up. It felt strange to hear Hallie's voice but not be able to see her move. Two lines later, she gave a half smile.
Yeah, I noted that down. I'm sending that to TuragaNuva. That's not canon. But yeah.
So wait, what? I don't get it.
So apparently the Toa can't make out their facial details when their masks are off, but they could see Hallie smile.
Yeah. No, not even a full smile, just a half smile.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they're just such good friends and have known each other for so long. They can just tell.
Her body smiled.
Yeah. The part of her body that wasn't entirely engulfed by the light from her face.
Yeah. So
she drew a little smiley face on her hand and held it up to her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she just used her elemental power to make a second floating face out of water in front of her glowing one.
No, I prefer the idea that she found a pen and was like, I somehow know what this is. I'm going to draw a face on my hand.
Oh wait, it's Kazi's pen from the last book.
Yeah, it's Kazi's pen. He dropped it.
Yeah.
It's the one pen in the universe.
To go along with Umbra's one set of wheels.
Yeah, we have spoilers.
Boy, no, he's just full of unique artifacts.
Nubaru was like, I wish my mask worked, and then he shoots into the air uncontrollably.
Yeah, so I think part of the story reason for the masks being alive is just to have an excuse for the Toa and Aika to figure out their mask powers so quickly.
So they don't have to have a whole subplot for it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that does make sense. I wish they'd actually written that in the book.
Yeah, because Nubaru's just like, I wish my mask worked, and then does.
Yeah. It's great. So another part is Kongu tried to use his mask, and suddenly he can hear all the thoughts in the universe.
All of the time. He can't turn it off.
All of the time, and the one...
I hear everything.
Yep, and so we just get a barrage of thoughts that the Toa are having, and the one that stuck out to me was Hyuki is just as confused that his armor changed to yellow from brown as we are.
Yeah.
It's
and he's disappointed that no one comments on it.
It's still not quite as bad as being able to hear literally everything that could possibly exist.
Oh no, I think Kongu got a really big poop on this, but the Huki thing is funny because his armor went from brown to yellow.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
that's just like the first thing he hears is just like, oh, nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Apparently in Bionicle Heroes, Hyuki is still referred to as the brown Toa because they refer to the Toa by their color.
It's like that one girl in school who gets a new haircut and you just don't notice and they get very angry at you for no reason.
Yeah.
I got a haircut today. None of you fuckers noticed.
Well, that's because I haven't seen you.
Liam, we can't hear your haircut.
I can. It's a very good haircut. You can hear it, you can see it, you can smell it even.
Well, thank you.
Don't smell it.
Yeah,
This is not the Joe Biden podcast.
We just
You know what this is?
Oh my god!
Liam!
This is the Pokemon Screaming podcast.
Liam, stop blending Pokemon!
Gathered friends, listen now to a tale of Pokemon.
Gathered friends, we're cancelled forever.
Listen again to Lugia screaming bloody murder.
So, did you hear that the new Pokemon games aren't going to have the national dex? That's bullshit!
So, did you hear that Garan got rescued?
Dexit.
I didn't like it at first, but I actually quite... I think it's actually quite good now, because, I mean, I know this is a big aside, but Pokemon, it's been filling up real good recently. Like, 1,000 Pokemon in the last National Dex, that's enough.
Yeah, I was initially upset, and then I thought, oh, it's political commentary because it's literally Brexit. It's like It's like the Galar region hates immigrants, so they don't want any of them.
Oof.
Oof.
Did you know that Garan got rescued by his Matoran friends who are not dead?
Yes.
That
did.
happened. It happened really early on in this book. Literally chapter 26 out of 52.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
53.
It's always
So-
quiet, or at least it used to be. Literal next page, pure chaos!
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's not dead. There's new Toa. Oh god, Nuparu can't land. He's flying forever.
Something's getting very, very loud very, very quickly.
A name drop for a Rahi that was cut from the Game Boy Advance game.
What Rahi was that?
The Bracas.
The ignorant...
Oh, yeah.
one of the Braca or one of the Toa or somebody calls someone else an ignorant Bracas, and I had to look up that was, and apparently it was a Rahi that was cut from the Game Boy Advance game, which is probably the most obscure reference in Bionicle.
I mean, it was a Rahi before the game, I think.
I had never heard of it until just now.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Well,
Anyway, Matoro can go ghost. That's his mask power. He's Daniel
Yeah.
Phantom.
and it kinda sucks.
Yep, he can just see things. He can't interact with them at all, and only Hallie can see him, presumably because of her mask power, although that's not really explained.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
is
what is her
confirmed.
mask power?
Her mask power
Hallie's?
is that she can find things, and
What?
that being close to the Mask of Life gives her a headache.
That's
a neat power.
So the Kanoe Elder, that's what she wears.
I figured that at some point, and I always figured when I was younger, I thought, wow, she has the Mask of Detection. That must be really useful to find the Mask of Life. No. They don't have to rely. They don't have to look for the Mask of Life at all. They are told where it is, and then they follow some guys there.
Yeah, so apparently you can let her see hidden things, and also the Mask of Life gives her a headache.
Yeah.
That's it.
So basically, her mask power does nothing except limit her presence in this book, because during every fight scene she's like, I have too much of a headache, I can't think straight, I can't do this.
Yeah. I suppose while we're on the subject, we should probably run down the other mask powers that we got. So, Nuparu, he has the Mask of Flight, obviously, flying around, can't land, whatever.
Yep, he is the Toa of Earth. Kongu is very jealous.
Yes, Kongu, of course, with the Mask of Telepathy, we've already gone over that.
No, Kongu's not even jealous. He's just like, why the who gave the underground boy the Mask of Flight? What is this?
He's very confused by the workings of
Jaller
Destiny.
has the Mask of Spider Sense.
Yeah. Jala has the Kanoe Calyx, the Mask of... oh god, I forget its actual title.
Moves like Jala.
Oh, no, the Mask
I
of
think
Fate. That was it, the Mask of Fate.
Basically, if he wants to do something, he will just do it. If it is,
Yeah,
if it is
it
within
puts him...
his physical ability, he can just do it.
Yeah, so it
That's
allows
kind
him
of
to do
broken.
anything that he could do at his physical and mental peak, is basically what it is.
Basically, if you got...
That's pretty broken.
yeah, it is pretty broken.
Like, when you consider the
another-
kind of fucking upgrades that these guys get over the course of the books, like...
Oh yeah, these guys are pretty overpowered. Like, they also have lightning powers.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
have
thing.
They have lightning powers mixed in with their elemental powers, meaning they have
Don't get used to that, by the way.
meaning they all have two elemental powers, and Hyuki's mask is probably the most broken, but apparently, I did not realize this, I don't think he was mentioned at all in the book. what his mask
I don't
power
think
is.
he ever figured out what his mask power was. He just used it inadvertently. Huki has the mask of accuracy. So, whatever he hits it dead on.
Yeah.
That's its entire power.
He basically has the mask of Bullseye or the mask of Hawkeye.
That's the shittest power I could imagine.
But consider this. He has a gun.
I would literally prefer the joke that one of them made, like, oh, you have the mask of leaping. I'd prefer that.
Think about it. A gun is the most powerful thing in the world. You can shoot anyone and they will die.
No, nukes are big.
Okay. You have a gun. You can kill literally anyone, as long as you can hit them.
Yeah, but
Huki
he
can
doesn't wanna
literally
kill
hit
them.
anything at any time. Very overpowered.
Actually, to be fair, can he just throw a rock in the air and then it'll heat seek like halfway across the world?
That's
No,
basically what
I-
he did in this book. He
Just
threw a
go
rock
guess
straight to
so.
the side, and it hit Vezok anyway.
Just
I
go
would just-
straight to just right through Makuta's skull halfway across the world.
Yep, there's also a Pokemon move called No Guard. Well, it's an ability. Any low accuracy move will hit all the time. All the moves, all the time. Ironically enough, the Pokemon that learns it, Pokemon that has that ability, all of its moves are 100% accurate. It's very pointless.
Lol.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Furaka,
anyway.
they got rocks thrown at them.
yeah, and Vezok's like...
Hyugi's all
this
like,
is-
"Hi, I'm the Toe of Stone. A rock has been destroyed. I have to avenge it." Actual quote.
Yes.
A
because
rock
Vezok...
has been destroyed. I have to avenge it. I'm the
Vezok-
Toe of Stone.
Vezok's a big guy for you, and he bites a rock. That's what he does. And he has a little talk with Avak, who is also pronounced Avak, like you guys were saying last time. I thought it was Avak. Goddamn, these letters being pronounced differently.
Yep, good times. Words.
But anyway, so apparently Vezok has a deal with Radak, which is not the same deal that Avak is trying to make with Vezok, or the deal that Avak already has with Radak, or Thok, or Hakan. Paraka are making deals all over the place, and none of them
What
ever
is
follow
this?
through.
Reality television?
None of these deals mean anything, by the way. It's
Just like
completely
reality
pointless.
television.
Just like reality TV. Yep. Oh dear, they destroy some ancient tablets, blah blah blah. Axon and Bolter have a moment to talk about the Lord and Savior Matanui. That was a... Yeah.
Valika even spouts riddles at the Toa,
Yeah.
which means he doesn't even show them the same respect that Nuju did. He dropped his fucking bird bullshit when he met Kopaka because he was like, "Alright, this is important. I'm gonna speak English at you. Don't get used to this, but don't get used to this, bitch."
No. Let's see, yeah, the Paraka still hates each other, blah blah blah. Just try to rush through this a bit. Oh yeah, how about Vazon?
Parak calls Dalu edgy.
Yes, that was a bit later on. We haven't quite got there
Literally
yet.
the word edgy.
Yep, we're not there yet. No. The Paraka are talking about Vazon, and they're like, "Thok, Radak, go find him, bitch!" And then they do, but Axon slaps him. And he's like, "No, don't do it."
He slams them together above his head and makes their torsos and heads disappear.
I always that scene in the comic, it always looked to me when I was a kid like he just had one of them and he just tore them in half.
Yeah, no, it's badly coloured, but I think what it's
Doesn't he
supposed to
do that
imply
at
is that
one
there's like
point?
an explosion.
One of them does get torn in half at one
welcome to
point.
Stuart Sager's art style, by the way, where nothing makes any sense.
I don't think that was Sega's art style specifically. I think it was the colorist. Just did a bad job of conveying that, but...
Well, the thing I find about Sager's art style is, like, he's really good at doing things with close-up details. But when it comes to anything even remotely in the background, he can't draw any better than a 2-year-old. I'm sorry.
I think the details he works best with are abstraction. When he draws the Matoran, they all look amazing, but when he actually draws, like, the toys, it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, I like his art style. It's funny.
I like his art style also. His depiction of the Element Lords is fantastic, but we're not there yet.
Element Lords? You mean the Toa? Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha! We're not there yet.
I do kind of prefer his art style to the old one. He makes shit look more alive. Like, there's more flexibility in it.
Yep.
They don't just literally look like Lego pieces.
Squirt has a whole bunch of signed artwork from him.
Brutaka slaps Axon. Oh no, Axon's probably dead.
Yep.
Jerry.
The bitch slap of death!
So yeah, Nuparu is flying the Toa across the lava river. He almost drops Hali. Jala goes to catch her, sorry.
And that's when...
I'm sorry, I got my one and only note for this entire book is at this point where Hali is commenting on Jala's agility and comparing it to herself and all of her agility training. Triggered!
I just think that finding out you're Spider-Man while leaping over a pit of lava...
That's a good time to find out you're Spider-Man.
That's a good time to find out you're Spider-Man. Leaping over a pit of lava to rescue your friend, who's sort of important, but not yet.
Yeah, by the way, I love how in this entire scene, Hali almost gets dropped in lava and then is saved by Jala. Everyone else comments on it except Hali. She doesn't say a word in that scene.
I thought...
What? Why?
She's got a headache.
But, dude, she's important. Why can't she say anything?
Every instance of Hali not doing something in this book can be justified by her having a headache, which is why I think that's a stupid plot device.
I don't care how big the headache is. She could at least say thank you.
Oh, one quick note on the comics, just quickly. There's literally a part on one of the pages where the artist just decides to draw the blue Paraka's head really big.
Yes.
Just his head really
Yeah,
big.
that's what I meant earlier when I said Vezok's a big guy.
He found a cheat code and activated big head mode.
And when you look at it in PDF in Adobe Reader, and you hover the mouse over to get the auto-generated description of it, it says a picture containing indoor cake. Description generated with high confidence.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
A picture containing indoor cake? I want you to get a screenshot of that. Send it to Curtis for the title card.
I'm putting that in there now.
I'm gonna say that's gotta be the thumbnail.
A picture containing indoor cake!
Indoor cake!
A picture containing indoor cake!
What the fuck is an indoor cake? Did they misspell cat?
Indoor cat wouldn't have made sense either, but it would have made more sense than cake!
What would be an outdoor cake?
Yeah, I just thought that would be a nice little piece of information for you guys to know.
I want a Vizok birthday cake now!
I really, really recommend you guys, if you're looking at this on Adobe Reader, if you're reading it there, just every now and then, hover your mouse over it to get the generated descriptions. It's fucking great.
What I want to know is, was this, what causes this? Is this just something that Adobe Reader tries to generate by AI, or is it actually a part of the comic?
It tries by AI to describe what it's seeing, and that big head, it thinks is indoor cake.
I want a birthday cake of Vizark now. I want a Vizark birthday cake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of computer problems recently, so I guess I should install Adobe Reader.
Oh, you saved the podcast, Levi. I'm so proud of you.
That is absolutely priceless.
When he draws the big one, the green one, really big, it thinks that's a stack of flyers on a table.
What?
I love it. I fucking love it. One of them is just a picture containing indoor, a painting of a book.
Oh dear.
Thank you, predictive AI. Thank you.
We really have to get on with this. Oh god.
I want to know what Adobe Reader says other things are, but we'll move on. Yeah.
Vezok throws a enslavement sphere, whatever, at Matoro, and Matoro just doesn't feel anything. It doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah, he no-sells it.
I don't know why.
Everyone's confused, and then he's like, "Wait, you're supposed to be enslaved," and Matoro's all like, "Oh, that's what that does."
I mean, I'm still confused, and we finished the book, so that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Everyone's really confused because for no reason whatsoever, Antidermis just doesn't affect the Toa and Nika.
Okay.
I'm gonna look and see if that's ever explained, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
Apparently, it affects the TuragaNuva.
Yeah. I don't know. So, anyway, the Toa and Nika have lightning powers. Vezok has power replication powers. They have a little bit of a back and forth. Jala puts a knife to Vezok's throat. Says, "Hey, I could slip and kill you." Whoops. Vezok runs away. And then Garan turns up and he's like, "Hey, witches, we got people. Come see our people."
I like how the Toa just intuit that the Vezok is limited to copying one power at once, because that makes sense. But then it turns out he can copy as many powers at a time as he needs.
Yeah.
I like the idea. I like to think he's just been hiding it, like, to spring on them at a time that's necessary. Just like, hey, bitch, guess what?
Because I would have just assumed that too, but no, it's broken as hell and it's great.
All the Paraka powers are broken as hell.
Yeah, they are.
I still think just being able to conjure the perfect prison within seconds for absolutely anything that's the most broken.
Yeah.
Other than being able to make someone hear everything.
Like, he can trap a swarm of microscopic bees and the guardian of life itself.
Yeah. But
by the way, just as a random aside, since we showed off to Levi the Paraka rap last time, here's the Anika commercial, which is significantly better. And we need to bring up Free the Band at some point because of this.
Yep.
I'll take a look at that now.
This commercial is the reason that people know who the All-American Rejects are.
Yeah.
This commercial and a movie about a dog.
Why are they playing tennis? With a wall?
Oh yeah, they are playing tennis with a wall, aren't they?
I don't know, I guess
Also, oh my god, this music could not get any more 2000s.
Yes.
Yep. It is very 2000s.
I like that the YouTube channel is Mr. Edgy.
Oh, yeah. So that was the Anika commercial. That's what they do.
So that was supposedly the Anika breaking into the Paraka stronghold, although when they do that,
the Paraka stronghold just had a chain link fence guarding it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chain link fences and All-American Rejects. That's 2006 for you.
Everyone knows that the Paraka are Donald Trump. Yeah.
So
now, I like to think that since in canon, it's never all six of the Toa and Nika at once breaking into the stronghold. I like to think that this is them breaking into the stronghold to rescue the band.
Yeah. So
because the Paraka,
let's bring that up.
the Lego decided in their infinite wisdom to hold a contest in which the lore was the Paraka had kidnapped the All-American Rejects, the band composed of humans, and the Toa and Nika needed the help of consumers to rescue them.
Yep. They made 2 Flash games about this, and a whole website, and like multiple other promotional materials.
Yep.
I like to think it's canon.
I will give them credit for this much, though. For the Free the Band website, actually, if you found all the Easter eggs on it, you could practically download an entire AAR album for free, even if it was really low bitrate. It was still free versions of those songs.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, all things considered.
I remember once that Liam told me that officially, this contest never concluded and the band is still kidnapped. Liam, is this true?
I don't remember saying that.
I remember you saying it. I remember you said once, officially, they're still kidnapped. Quote.
I don't remember saying that.
Well, you said it once.
Okay.
I guess they're free now.
I guess so.
Well, they released more music later on, so unless they've got a whole
alternate timelines.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're living in the post-scratch version of the world where the All-American Rejects are still free. That's
Yeah.
The best timeline.
Yep.
What's
Anyway,
the world without the American Rejects?
Yoda blows up a tree. Moving on.
Speaking of freedom, Velika has got anti-brainwashing balls.
Yeah.
That-
I have in my notes here that Velika said the thing. That is what I have written down. I don't know what that meant.
Neither
So,
do I, but
I'm gonna say that is the worst shorthand I've ever had, because I don't know what that meant.
so yeah, Velika found a pool of silvery liquid. That's how it's described in the text. And whatever it is, it undoes the brainwashing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Velika just found it, supposedly.
Sure.
Doesn't it say that he's fairly confident? Like he's at least 60% sure it'll do it.
Yeah, he thinks it'll work, you know. Might as well try it.
Somewhere in the Paraka stronghold, they found a riddle written down, and everyone just looked at Velika, expecting him to be the riddle guy and know what it meant, and he just shrugged. Velika just shrugged, like, I don't understand other people's bullshit, I just found my own.
I didn't write that down anywhere, so I don't...
I speak in
forget
parables, not riddles.
Yeah. So anyway, Hali and Jala and Dalu and Pirik go to free some Matoran using those anti-brainwashing balls. Meanwhile...
Have we left the stronghold now?
No, they have not got to the stronghold yet.
Oh, shit, I thought they'd had.
No, because also while this is happening, Matoro, Huki, Bolta, and Kazi are going to find Axon. Axon's like, oh, I'm old. Go do my job for me. That because he got beat up by Brutaka. And Gera and Kongu, Velika, and Nuparu are taking down some Nektan outside of the stronghold, yes. So this is where they actually go into the stronghold after beating up those Nektan.
Yep, this is where the commercial was
are
filmed.
robots.
Sorry,
I don't know-
Wait, are we? I feel like we're like 5 chapters ahead of where I thought we were.
Probably. I don't... Where did you think we were?
But when did we get to them not wanting to shoot balls at the Matoran yet?
That was actually in this very chapter.
Oh, okay.
So so that was Hali and Jala going to do the thing. They're shooting the balls. They don't want to shoot the balls. They're like, what if it doesn't heal them? What if it kills them? What if shooting these Matoran might kill them?
And then they just do it anyway.
And then they do it anyway, and it works, and everyone's happy.
Yep.
Hooray! Yeah. So the bit I really want to talk about is the bit with the Nektan, because the Nektan have not been mentioned up until this point, but they are robotic guardians that the Piraka have. Where did they get the materials to build these?
They grew them. They planted Nektan seeds.
Yeah, I like that. Yep.
Sure.
I mean, the guy
sure.
literally has the ability to grow shit, so...
Yeah,
True.
yeah. Sure.
Maybe they're like rock golems that Thok made or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anyway.
this probably isn't going to be picked up by the recording, but with the static coming from your audio quality, you sounded like you just called Thok fuck.
I'm
I
sorry,
wish I did.
What's wrong there?
I
don't
can't-
understand.
I can't
What's your
describe
problem?
it. It's just he sounds like a robot, and in the exact way that he sounds like a robot, he sounded like he pronounced his name fuck.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong there.
Yeah, we're just talking about the Piraka fuck, you know.
Yeah, Paraka fuck, the best one, the best boy, Paraka fuck.
Piraka fuck cunt and shitlord.
Yeah, he can bring his sex.
Those
to life.
are the guys.
That's why they call him fuck.
he animates dildos.
I love this podcast.
Oh,
So
dear.
are they in the
So-
stronghold yet? Because
Yes,
I have one
yes.
note. About
Everybody's in the stronghold now.
I have one note.
He can peg you at 30 paces.
Hell yeah! I have one note about them being in the stronghold.
Yep.
Oh my god, the mechanical bull rides are canon.
Yes, the Baraka rap is canon. Everything from that commercial is here, and it's
The
real.
mechanical bull rides in the Baraka rap commercial are canon and actually exist, and they have 2 of them in their base.
I still love that they made a song for the advert that consists 80% of the words yo yo Paraka a decade
Yo,
after any
Baraka,
human being had
the gang
spoken
is
the
on
word yo.
loose. Nothing you can do.
Oh, that's something you'd probably notice a lot with Bionicle, especially moving forward, is the commercials ended up using a lot of music that went out of style 10 years ago. But yeah, so anyway, Ika versus Paraka and Brutaka, he's also here. He wants to protect his evil juice. He doesn't want anybody destroying that.
His mysteriously alive evil juice that
Yes.
I don't think ever gets mentioned again. It just screams when it gets killed.
Yep. It'll be important later, but we're not there yet. It'll be important later, but we're not there yet.
Am I pure and innocent boy? Is that what's happening here?
Boy.
I will just say
Okay.
this, if you pay very close attention to this book in particular, you could probably figure out what's important about it. But
I mean, I
I'm not
kind
gonna
of
say
feel
anymore.
like it's like a creature that Makuta's working with, but that's about it.
We'll leave it at that. So anyway, Huki puts Brutaka 6 feet under, because he can just open up chasms in the ground. That's Toa of Stone for you.
Yep, he's very powerful.
Yeah. And Brutaka's like, Grr, I'm from the Order of Matanui, don't do that. Even though he
And
hasn't
they're
been in
all
the Order of
floored
Matanui
by
for
that
hundreds of years.
because They're all floored by that because they think, oh wow, how could this asshole possibly serve God? That's weird.
Yeah. They take him at his word about that, I guess. Sure, whatever.
I mean, I would have just assumed immediately that he went AWOL at some point.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of for people to betray each other in this reality.
But no one can betray God.
Except for the devil.
Yeah, but he's dead, so shut up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everyone knows that you can't do anything that someone has died, that someone who's dead do.
I fucking love every single time he dies and he's just like, haha, I wanted you to kill me.
I wanted you to kill me the 3rd time.
This was my plan all along.
It was my plan to die several times so that I could become super god.
So I could become a green mist.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh.
Nuparu pulls Zaktan into a slipstream. So yeah, Nuparu's flying around, he's like, zoom! And pulls Zaktan along with him into the sea. So those two are out of the battle for now, I guess. Then Kongu pressurizes Avak's skull. He's just like, here, have all the air. You're dead now.
All of it. Yeah, Avok traps Kongu in an airless prison.
I'm just imagining that Avok turns into that one scene from what was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger on Mars?
Total Recall.
Yeah, it's just gotta be that one scene from Total Recall with Avok.
Also, Josie, you've got it the wrong way round. He doesn't make a sphere of, like, no air. He puts so much air in it, it crushes him.
Yeah,
He just crumples like a tin can.
What I'm saying is, Kongu does it as like revenge because Avok trapped him in an airless prison, and when
I see.
Yeah.
And Kongu used telepathy to get out because that makes sense. Because he just overpowered Avok's mind, and it was like, hey bitch, you want some? Here, have some. And then he gives Avok all the air.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it a bit more later on, but telepathy's a pretty overpowered thing in Bionicle.
Yeah, it is.
Except when it isn't.
There's a Toa of telepathy in this book.
Yeah.
There's also a Toa of psionics.
Well, that's
Psionics
is
not an overly broad thing at all,
yeah.
and
yeah, that's what I meant.
Far too many things could possibly fall under that now.
The Toa of psionics is the Toa of telepathy.
The Toa of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, the Toa of Scarlet Witch. Could just
anyway.
turn Thanos into a cookie at any time.
Suddenly, this fight turns into a comic. Oh my god. Thok and
Oh
Holly.
my god!
Thok and Holly do a bit of punchy punch.
God is dead.
Yeah.
Not yet, he's not.
Yeah, so Thok threatens to kill Holly, and she's like, ha, you can't beat me. And then Matoro steps in and he's like, I'll save you, Holly. She's like, shut up.
You can't beat me. I have my headache. I have a headache. You can't kill me.
He's literally white knighting her.
Yeah, he is.
Right in front of her.
Right in
Also,
front of her.
Thok's eye beams literally just make you dizzy.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Thok
he has dizzy
power of
beams.
dizziness. Yeah.
He has dizzy eyes.
Yeah.
I choose to believe that it's not a psychic power. It's just that they flash like a strobe light.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so he has Electric Soldier Porygon vision.
He just gives everyone
Yeah.
epilepsy. Oh dear. Yeah. Meanwhile,
He's the
Hakan.
tower of epilepsy.
Yeah. So Hakan has a Zamasphere made of Vezok juice. I don't know how he did this. It never explains this.
Apparently,
Especially without Vezok finding out.
Yeah.
There is nothing in this book to indicate that Vizok even knows they did this.
I don't get why. Why was it Hakan and Thok? Why couldn't it have been like Hakan and Vezok? That would have made sense. Then you could say,
I
oh,
would've-
Vezok poured his energy into the sphere or something. But no,
I'm
somehow
surprised- I'm
Hakan got the
surprised
energy off
Zaktown
of him
wasn't
without him noticing.
I'm surprised Zaktown wasn't involved, but just like, yeah. So two random Baraka steal a magic anti-dermis ball, and they shoot it at Baraka and gain his powers.
Yeah.
And it's basically, they just become super strong, and he becomes super weak.
We also, earlier, back in the comic for a second, we get the shittest and simultaneously best one-liner.
Oh, yeah.
Just Thok, as he's shooting a guy, just says, chill.
Yeah.
Just shoots an ice blast at him. And
Speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger,
And then
Chill out.
the guy he's
Chill
shooting
out,
at replies with, "That's cold, Baraka."
Yeah. For some reason, the comics are way more like playful and quippy. They were all written by Greg, so I don't know what happened.
I kind of prefer it, to be honest. I like it. I like that childish fun.
Yeah.
Thok considers bringing a mountain to life just to see what it's like.
Yeah, he's just like, well, I can do shit now. What shall I break?
I just want to say for a moment, like, if he actually did that, let's say he actually did that, he brings Mount Valmai to life. The mountain walks away. Oh, look, the Mask of Life.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Like, he could literally instruct the island itself to bring the mask to him.
Yeah, and what it would do is like it would push up Vizon, and we were like, "Oh, hi! I wasn't expecting this. I'm on the surface now. Weird." And then in the confusion, Vizok could just grab the spear and just fuse them back together, and bam, he's whole now.
But he's also still a spider.
There are so many instances in this book where the Baraka could have won, but they're just so stupid.
Yeah. Including Hakan and Thok right now, who are gods, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they're
think
like
more,
demigods. They're like
I suppose.
Hercules.
yeah, like they stole the power of like an order of Matanui. Remember, I think that's more like a priest or a vessel or something.
Yeah, sure. Well, they each
It's
have
close
half of
enough.
Brutaka's power, which is way above what they had before.
Yeah, the point is Thok previously wouldn't have been able to bring a mountain to life, but now he can, and he considers doing it just for shits and giggles. He doesn't
But
know
then
what he's
he
going to do with it, but he just considers doing it.
Yeah. Instead, he decides to attack Hakan, and Hakan attacks back, and they get into a big old fight because they're dumb and can't just work together for 5 seconds.
And then they blow up the island.
Yeah. Yeah, Hakan shoots his laser eyes down into the ground and blows them up.
Which also makes canon that he can shoot his laser eyes through, like, 500 foot of solid rock.
Well,
So
here's
why
the-
hasn't he been doing that?
Well, right now he is a demigod. You have to consider that.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just so like in a surprising amount of intuition, he assumes that, well, this island is so arid and horrible that there's probably like gas pockets all over the place. If I just shoot my eyes aimlessly, something's gonna explode, probably. If I just shoot my eyes at the ground, something's gonna explode.
Even if it doesn't, it's gonna be pretty cool.
But yeah, he's right, and something explodes. The whole island explodes.
And it just happens to reveal a way down to the place that they were going to anyway.
Yep, so the Baraka having a fucking fight with each other reveals the Mask of Life's entrance to the stairs.
Yeah.
You gotta climb. You gotta climb the stairs.
The 777 stairs in this unexpected reference to the actual Bible. What the fuck? Why are you bringing fucking Western religion into my Bionicle?
Yep, when the two superpowered Baraka stop fighting, they decide to bring the rest of the Baraka, and Zocton is only surprised about the stairs. He's not surprised that these two idiots accidentally found the Mask of Life. He's more surprised about the exact number of stairs.
Yeah. I mean, you're surprised about the the references to the Bible and stuff now. I mean, Axon and Brutaka are literally Cain and Abel, so...
Yeah, I know, but, like, it's interesting to me that this is the first kind of reference that we have to Matanui being the actual, like, Yahweh God.
Yep.
I suppose so.
Not some kind of great spirit. He's just God.
I have to make a random aside here. Josie, you can answer this question. Nathan posted a thing on Facebook earlier. So, question for all the 5 remaining people who still like Yu-Gi-Oh! Could a deck consisting of 75 Pot of Greed and the 5 parts of Exodia count as a feasible deck?
What does Pot of Greed do?
Pot of Greed lets you draw cards.
But what does it do?
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally all it does.
But what does it do?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's it. That's literally all it does.
I don't understand. What does Pot of Greed do?
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a hard limit of 3 copies of a card per deck.
Okay.
If you could have 75 copies of Pot of Greed, then it would be viable. What does this have to do with Bonkles?
Nothing. Moving on.
Are they making a Bionicle of Exodia? When is Konami gonna give Lego the Yu-Gi-Oh license? I want me some Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi Legos.
Actually, I would like to see fan art of Kitongu as Exodia. I feel like that would fit.
Kitongu, the Forbidden One.
Okay, so, Garan is trying to find the TuragaNuva, but instead they find tablets of history that are like a Voyanui used to be a not island, and then it became an island, and it also had a bit on it that sank into the sea. Or there's people alive on the bit that sank into the sea, and they're not dead.
But they will be.
They soon will be.
Well, you say that.
Technically, there's a distinction between dead and not dead yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with the Mask of Life around.
Schrodinger's cat.
Forum.
Ironically, the place with the Mask of Life is the deadliest place to be.
Yep. It sure is.
Just everything dies here. It's not good.
Well, the Great Beings wanted it to be dangerous.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They wanted.
No, they didn't. There was a scene later on in the book with the Great Beings burying it, and they're like, the guy specifically spites. He wants to spite it. Like, he doesn't want to give it the satisfaction of knowing it's hurting him when he picks it up.
Yeah, he doesn't want the mask to be satisfied thinking that.
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't want the mask to think that it can hurt a god, but he doesn't want anyone else to be. He wants the Mask of Life to be guarded in the most dangerous of places. He does not want the mask to think that it's too dangerous for him.
No, I like to think that it's just a spoilt child.
Yep.
It's just a brat.
Yeah. Mask of Life.
It's like, no, I want Matoro.
Yep.
I'll fucking fuse you to a spider.
Just wait for the Mask of Life's cosplay phase.
Oh boy. Technically not inaccurate.
Yep, that's
Anyway.
kind of accurate.
So, so Nuparu comes back, with Zaktan in tow in a ball of earth, and he sees that everyone's dead. He's like, "Oh God, what happened?"
I leave this chamber for 5 fucking minutes.
And there's Paraka on the floor, and Toa on the walls, and Brutaka's like halfway buried. What's happening here?
And there's like half a bat over there.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody figures out, while we were knocked out, Thok and Hakan found out from you how to get to the mask. Damn
I'm
it,
sorry, I have
Brutaka.
to interject though. Like at the end of the battle with the Toa, I love Hakan and Hali's discourse. It's like, we will hunt you until the ends of our lives, and Hakan's like, then live no longer, and he just thinks her into oblivion.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking metal.
The Paraka are just so badass, but they're so stupid.
Yeah.
They could be a serious threat if they weren't just so stupid.
Yeah, they really could.
I mean, to be fair, it's not even that they're stupid. It's that they're so fucking selfish. Like, that's the whole point of one of the scenes in this. Like, if they just worked together, they would fuck things up.
They literally can't work together for 3 seconds. Like, one of them, like Liam just said, one of them could just think you into oblivion. But they hate each other so much that they never get anything done.
They have elemental powers that they can only use when doing a teamwork, and they use it once.
Yeah. It's
Exactly once.
great. Exactly once. To trick
Unity,
people.
duty, destiny.
Not even to attack people, just to trick people.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, Axon's back, and he's not looking all too dead anymore. I guess he just got better.
Yep, he just needed a rest. A
I
short
guess
rest.
so.
Yep.
And he's like, what
He literally
happened
just
over
needed
here?
to rest for half an hour.
Yeah.
I just need to sit down a minute. As you can probably tell, I'm very big.
I've got 17 spears in my chest. Just let me sit down a minute.
I'm very
so heavy.
thick, you see.
Yeah.
So I need to rest.
So Evak is like, hi, big guy. If you let us out of here, we'll make things that can make Thok and Hakan not gods anymore. Wink, wink. And everyone's like, no, fuck you. But then somebody's like, maybe not fuck them. And then they're like, okay.
And they do it. And
They do it, yeah.
everything's good.
Yeah. Kongu looks at the evil juice and discovers its aliveness attribute.
Yeah, because he's telepathy.
Yeah. He's like, oh god, the juice is screaming at me.
Yeah.
Oh god, the juice is screaming at me!
Well, I think we know the title of this episode.
No, the title of this episode is going to be a picture containing indoor cake.
Oh dear.
Generated with high confidence.
No, that has to be the title.
I'm highly confident that this is a picture of cake and it is indoors.
I just love the idea that it's just so proud of itself. It like brought you this drawing to stick on the fridge, and you look at it and you're like, "I'm sorry, my child, but this is not good. You did not do well."
I'm sorry, my child, but this is most definitely not indoor cake.
But again, it's
Okay.
such high confidence.
Homework for the fans. Draw us indoor cake and we'll showcase it on the next episode.
Oh my god,
Yep.
yes, please, please do it.
Yes, I want to see people's interpretations of just what the fuck indoor cake is.
Bonus points if you can implement VZOC into it somehow.
I like
Oh,
your
God,
high
yes.
confidence that we have fans.
And even more super special awesome bonus points if you can draw tits on it.
Post it in the Beaverhouse, the Beaverhouse
But if they
Discord
draw
server.
tits on it, we'll never see our $1.
Rule
Post it on
34,
Twitter.
big titty cake.
Indoor cake.
Big titty indoor cake.
Put it on Twitter, give it the hashtag bio.
Yep.
Give it the hashtag buy.
No, hashtag Bionicle on his...
Did
Bionicle
is that
with
what
no...
that sounded like to everyone else? It's not just me.
Hashtag Bionicle, no context, confuse the fuck out of anyone that doesn't know about our podcast. Just a picture of sexy cake.
And at me.
So
At
anyway.
makes class.
Slide
Greg.
into my DMs, baby.
At bonk, hashtag Bionicle, sexy cake.
So
Changing my handle to at indoor cake.
So Axon gives Jala a special sphere as well. Zactan's given Hookie one. Everybody gets spheres that do things.
Everybody's getting special balls.
Yay!
They gotta justify those Zamosphere packs somehow.
Oh god, that is what these are.
Yep.
Damn it!
Yep. So Lego released parts packs that were just Zamospheres in different colors, and
It's literally just a box of balls.
It's literally just a box of balls. They're kind of like marbles. And Lego still uses Zamosphere, the mold of Zamospheres to this day.
Yeah, they just
think.
use them for other stuff.
Yep. There are a surprising number of Bionicle parts still in circulation.
But they probably do still use them. The last time I remember using them was in the 2010 Power Miner sets. They used them for
I
water
remember
balls.
seeing a Zamosphere recently. I don't remember.
They've definitely been in Chima and I think some Ninjago stuff.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
Well, if it's a Ninjago, then that means Lego gives it top priority.
Yeah. Anyway, Hack and Thok still hate each other. Oh yeah, they do the explosion. Axon's talking to Butaki. He's like, "Hey, everyone else has gone to go see the other Baraka. It's just you and me, boy. Stop being evil."
And he's all like, no.
No, I'm really, really evil. I hate God. Stop making me worship him. I don't want to go to church, Mom.
You live in church. Deal with it.
No.
You're literally a priest.
Yeah. Let's see what else happens.
But I don't wanna.
Yeah. So the Toa and the other Paraka go find Hack and Thok. Hookie does his best Diglett impression while just reaching up out of the ground to grab Hakan.
Diglett dig, trio, Diglett dig, trio,
I am having actual Vietnam flashbacks right now. Stop it.
Thok falls in a mud puddle.
Can we have that looped over just in the background of the whole podcast?
Diglett dig, trio, Diglett dig, trio.
Oh dear.
I hate them. I hate every form of Diglett.
Even the one with hair.
Does
I want them to.
the macaroni head Diglett?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Alolan Diglett with the fucking the best hair.
I saw this cool fan art of a third evolution of Diglett that's just Doug Trio, but it's like a bear mole thing, and its spare heads or hands.
I've seen plenty of images of Dugtrio that's a very buff man under the ground.
This isn't a Pokemon podcast.
It is now!
It is now.
No.
Trio, trio, trio. Trio, trio, trio.
So Hakan and Thok are about to do a teamwork. Oh my god, they're gonna shoot everyone with their big teamwork beam. But then Jala's like, ha, no. Oh, sorry, no, Hookie is like, I got the Fixo beam. It makes you not gods anymore. And he shoots them.
It's almost as bad as Craig.
And it's a double KO. Everybody's dead. Except Zactan.
Everybody's dead except Zacton, who's made of bees, so he can't die.
Yeah. So Axon and Brutaka are still fighting. The Yeeted wake up, and they're like, oh, destiny, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know.
Destiny repeats itself, die and you succeed.
Vizon is on Fenrak, and he's like, ooh, some people are coming down the stairs. I want to talk to them. Apparently Fenrak has hair. Ew. I don't want to think about Fenrak with hair.
Yep, so there's a seventh Baraka. He's actually the split off of Vizok. His name means double, and he's crazy because he's all of Vizok's smarts and none of Vizok's sanity.
It's funny how the guy called Vezok, his name sounds like Vezon.
Yeah,
that's a coincidence.
Yeah, it's weird. Yep. And that's why I said that Vizok was my favorite Baraka last week, because Vizok's not really my favorite Baraka, Vizon is. And Vizon is technically Vizon.
Yes.
That checks out.
Crazy boy.
I
But anyway.
I love Vizon's dialogue, like, all of it. It's just all great.
Yeah. He's a good boy. He's one of Greg's favorite characters as well, actually.
Yep, he is great. And,
you can tell.
He's also extremely expensive on Bricklink.
Oh.
Yeah, I've tried looking up. So the sets that he's in are both Titans, and I've tried looking up just to buy the figure, and apparently he's expensive for some reason. So I thought, okay, I'll make a custom of Vizok with parts that aren't Vizon, and now that's expensive too. For some reason, you can buy all of the Baraka for super cheap, but not the coolest one.
Because he's too cool for school, boy.
I have Vizon in Fenrak.
I hate you. I hate you, Liam.
I lost my
really do.
Vizon's cape and recently bought that on Bricklink, and it was like $30 just for the cape.
Yeah, that cape is super expensive. My custom Vizon doesn't even have it, and it's super expensive. I don't know what the hell.
No, but it's cool though.
I think Bricklink's algorithm is just broken. I keep clicking easy buy on my wanted list, and it's like, that's not easy. That's not easy at all.
Anyway, Zaktan takes a big sip of that remember juice. And he's thinking, 7,000 years ago.
So we're getting into the best book now?
Yes. Legacy of Evil. Here we go.
Okay, show my thing. Put my thing on screen.
Bam. There it is.
Do it!
Gonna have to zoom
Now put the zoom in of it, because it's impossible to see at full scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say, future me, zoom in like...
Enhance!
Now make the screen shake so fast you can't see it and spin.
Now play the CSI theme.
This thing was inspired by a stupid B-movie meme where somebody put the entire B-movie script on a shirt, and then Joe and I were like, you know what? We can do this better. And mind you, this was before Biological Chronicle or Wall of History existed, so we transcribed the whole book ourselves.
I completely forgot you did this, and we were doing this today. And this morning, I watched Legal Eagle's video about the B-movie, where he's a real lawyer and he analyzes the B-movie and how stupid it is.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
saw that as
YouTube
well.
channel. I like him. He's cool.
Yep.
He did some stuff on the Phoenix Wright games too.
So the B-movie gets law completely wrong, surprisingly.
Gee, I wonder why.
Weird, I would have expected that to be just spot on.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't believe a Jerry Seinfeld movie did not portray the law accurately.
Jerry Seinfeld wrote that scene himself, and he was like, I don't need to consult a real lawyer on this. I can just write a thing, and it'll be funny, right? I'm Jerry Seinfeld. This is my Jerry Seinfeld impression. How is it, you guys?
What's the deal?
Let me do
with
my best
these?
Jerry Seinfeld impression. Hold on. Hey, everybody.
Jinx, find me a pizza.
No.
So,
No, but you have to honor the rules of the Jinx.
So anyway,
tired.
while Zaktan is doing his remember, I just want everybody to keep in mind that Bionicles live a really, really long time. Basically, 1,000 years to them is like 1 year to us. So, when Zaktan's like 7,000 years ago, just think it's like 7 years ago. It makes way more sense that way.
Yeah, and a month ago is like yesterday.
Yeah. It's nothing at all.
Which is the name of a movie about the Beatles.
Oh yeah. That
Which brings us to this week's sponsor.
bang energy.
The
Drink
Beatles,
Yeah, the Beatles.
The band?
No,
If any
actual
listeners are
No,
living in the
all-
60s, go see them.
All Beatles.
Yes,
We
the
are being
species.
sponsored by insects.
You're being sponsored by insects. That one that
Just
can...
like Zactan.
That one that draws? I like that one. That's the only bug I wouldn't squish.
I have bred an army of beetles.
I lied. Gonto is also a bug I wouldn't squish.
I have an ant.
I would squish it.
Curtis does own a single ant.
A
Just
single ant.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in battery farming.
No,
A single ant. What does
he's
he
a
keep-
free range ant.
What does... Oh, so
You
what
say
does he
there's an
keep
ant in
the
your
ant?
house.
Does he have like a pen to keep the ant in, or like like an ant farm that just has one ant crawling around looking?
Yeah,
for other
yeah,
ants?
I know.
No, it's just my house.
Looking for
Yeah.
other ants that he'll never find.
He's just crawling around my house.
Now I'm sad.
Oh.
I watch way too much of Ants Canada. I have grown an actual emotional attachment to singular ants.
Anyway,
I cannot find this Diglett fan art.
so back in my day, Hakan and Vezok were just simple thieves doing their heisty thing, what they do, and they're like, "Hey, Toa base. I wonder if there's treasure. There is treasure. It's a Makoki stone."
Ugh.
Oh, right, we're in the
Makoki
flashback sequence, aren't
Oh
we?
yeah, we've gotten to this bullshit now.
I
So
liked it. What are
late.
you on about?
I
The
don't
purpose of the
understand your
Makoki
problem
stone.
with this.
Oh, that? No, I
Yeah,
didn't give a shit
yeah.
about that, but I did like this part
Up
of the
until
book.
Yeah, this
Up
part of the
until
book is great. The shit about the Makoki stone can go fuck itself.
Up until the 2006, we thought the Makoki stone was something more important, but it was actually the Makuta's shopping list, is what Liam said it was, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's great. It's real great.
I like that the books have started, like, actually giving a shit about villains and not just having them be some random tigers that are following them.
Yeah, so I do like that. You know, it fleshes out the Paraka and the Dark Hunters a lot.
It
cool.
gives them an actual emotional reason to be how they are.
Yeah, in fact, I think the Paraka might be the most fleshed out villains in total.
Yeah, probably.
Like I like
Just
I like
because of Legacy of
Zaktan's
Evil.
actual PTSD revolving around, like he describes it. Is it he or she? I forget.
Who?
Zaktan.
Zaktan's a guy.
Nope,
I
Zaktan
like-
Zaktan girl now, it canon.
I like Zaktan's line later on in the book describing, like, true horror is looking into the eyes of the shadowed one and seeing no mercy and knowing you're about to die and then being allowed to live. Like, it really describes why she is so thirsty for power now.
Canonically, Zaktan is male, but your confusion has made it canon that Zaktan is now a woman.
Zaktan can be both. Don't oppress
Zaktan can be whatever. Zaktan can be gender fluid. Zaktan is gender fluid canon.
Do prototypes have gender? We don't really know.
Zaktan isn't the prototypes. The prototypes are Zaktan.
I guess since he can morph his body into whatever he wants, he could be anything.
This is becoming a very philosophical podcast.
He could even be a vortex.
Excuse
Yeah.
me for a second while I grab my monocle.
Excuse
Every
me for a
British
second while I
person
grab my
has one.
tea.
Why am I looking for Diglett fan art and I found Rule 63 of Jay Witz?
Okay.
Because that's relevant.
That is relevant, but Diglett trio.
Anyway.
Does the Jaywitz have a strong feeling, positive or negative, about Diglett?
I don't know.
I don't think he does.
What is Jay Witz? Okay, I'm clicking on this. What is it? What is this?
Think deeper.
Why has happened?
This has nothing to do with Bionicle.
What are you talking about? This is
It
the
has
Diglett
everything to do with
podcast.
Bionicle.
Oh no!
This is the Diglett podcast. This is
I'm going
perfectly
to-
on topic.
I'm going
I've been
to
deceived
retweet-
the whole
I'm-
time.
I'm going to retweet this from Bionicles, and people are going to
I knew it!
I'm going to retweet this from Bionicles, and people are going to say, what does this have to do with Bionicles? Why is Bionicles retweeting this?
Let the record reflect that Liam is absolutely predictable.
And then this episode is going to come out, and then they're going to be like, oh, that's why she retweeted that thing about Diglett.
Implying people are going to watch this episode.
Well, apparently people
This doesn't get edited out.
Implying this episode is ever going to end.
Can we talk about how last week's episode, Curtis just turned off every single viewer with Josie's stupid speak and spell idea?
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Wait,
so
what?
sorry.
I forgot. What?
Wait, what?
What are you on about?
Josie sent me a thing. She was like, oh, put this at the start of the podcast. And I was like, okay. I didn't check what it was. It was a speak and spell, really slowly spelling out the name of the show. And I put it over an image of Ganto. It said, R.I.P. Ganto, 2019 to 2019. And that was it. And it went on for like 30 seconds, and it turned away all our viewers, and nobody actually watched the episode, even though it had a really cool intro animation that I spent a long time working on, and god damn it.
I mean, it's got 247 views now.
That's alright, actually. That's pretty good.
I mean, compared to the last one, it's got more. Oh, no, it has not. I'm wrong.
I almost feel
beats
bad, but I'm
Smitty's.
not going to apologize.
Okay.
You
Oh,
sounded
fuck,
like a
you guys are playing Sonic 06?
You sounded like a speaking spell last week.
Please include me in an episode. When you get to the multiplayer, I need to play Silver. Curtis
Oh,
will
no.
explain.
Wait, what? How would we even do that? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, no, shit. Oh,
It doesn't have online. Oh.
Shit.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh no!
Curtis,
leave it.
Curtis knows why that...
There is a way we could do that, though, and I know why we can do it, too. You want to play as Sonic and do the speed glitch.
No, Silver. Specifically Silver. Curtis knows why.
Yes.
Just everybody watching this, go revive our dead fucking channel from when we were 16. It's The Darkest Yin.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a shit reference to fucking... What was it? Not American Dragon. Is it? There was just some random...
American Dragon Jake Long.
No, it wasn't that. It was Emperor of the oh god, what was the show called? I can't remember, but it was something
There
with
was,
the Darkest
there was
Yin.
some old kids cartoon that the bad guys were always going on about. The Darkest Yin.
Yeah,
We must
okay,
serve the Darkest Yin.
Okay, it was called The Legend of the Dragon.
Yes. I knew it had something to do with Dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Go revive our
Dragon.
dead channel from 5 years ago.
Yes.
Dragon.
Oh,
Fuck
God.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. Fuck yeah.
Sonic 06. Anyway, so yes, Vazok steals the Makoki Stone. Ancient is, don't do it. I'm gonna make you a Dark Hunter now, and also Hakan too. Everybody died except Likan. I'm trying to go on YouTube to the Darkest Yin channel, and I had gathered friends in the search bar, and I tried to delete it, like highlight the whole thing and click backspace, except it mixed it up to Jared Friendsath.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Just a whole bunch of random funny shit happening today. I like it.
I think we have the name of our mascot now.
Jared Friendsath.
God.
Don't we already have a mascot? named-
Curtis, time to draw it.
There he is. He's on the screen right now.
Wow, look at him there with his giant hand.
Oh, Curtis.
Swirt sees all the Diglett porn in the chat and is asking, what is even going on?
Curtis, if you search The Darkest Yin on YouTube, we actually come up before the actual cartoon.
Oh my god.
We've made it. We've made it. We're big.
We did it.
Hooray!
Fantastic.
Speaking of doing it, let's talk about the book.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Josie, I take back everything I've ever said. I've
To
overtaken...
be fair, we're only an hour and a half in, and we're already halfway done, so...
I found it!
We're going at a regular pace for this podcast. Okay, anyway.
I found it!
the shadowed one.
Swear in the chat.
Oh, there's
that's
the last
pretty
Diglett. That's the final one. I'm calling it now. That's the end. Right. Okay, so
That's the end of the podcast.
yes.
Night, guys. Bye.
so Ancient brings Vezok and Hakan to the Shadowed One's quarters, where there's also 4 more of these Skakti. I wonder who they could be. It's the other Paraka. And so the Shadowed One, he's like, zoom, by which I mean vaporize the guy who told Hakan where to get the thing from. We have a vacancy now. Hakan, Vezok, would you like to be Dark Hunters? If you say no, we'll kill you. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they say no, and then they die. And the rest of the book is time-space continuum violation, to which
rest
the
of the
Order of
book-
Matanui will be very upset when they find out what's going on.
The rest of the book is Avengers Endgame.
Endgame was
a...
Infinity War was objectively superior to Endgame. I stand by
Yoda
this.
blows up a tree!
Fuck off! I swear to God.
I stand by it. I always will. It's a better movie.
Yep, Last Jedi is a
Yeah.
better movie than Endgame.
Yoda's a better movie than Diglett.
Diglett dig, trio, trio, trio.
I feel like the Diglett pictures in the chat are slowly transitioning into porn. It's not.
Slowly.
I'm not a fan of it.
No, Liam has very quickly made that transition. That's just straight up. That's sexual assault of a minor. You can't allow that.
No, we can't put that. It's not real. No. Nope. Charizard, no. Don't do it.
Liam, why did you just send us a photo of your penis?
We have
You know-
to stop.
You have to stop.
We have to stop.
Joshy will get mad.
I'm filing
Hakan
for
and Velasco
sexual
fight.
harassment.
Oh, no.
I want at least 30% of that dollar now.
Wait, I have a Diglett somewhere. There he is.
Oh
Hakan and Velasco are fighting. They're gonna die. We've got to stop them.
This is either our best or this is either our best or worst episode. Are we at the part? Are we at the random ass Lecon part yet?
No.
I mean,
Not
we
even
did
close.
mention we
We
did
are
mention
close.
him.
Actually, we're past that now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Also
t-
skipped
tech-
over the bit where Sidorak gets the shit kicked out of him. That was pretty good.
I just wanted to bring attention to just how ludicrous it is that the power up from Bionicle the game is canon in this.
We're nowhere near that point.
Yeah, that is nothing close to where we are.
Well, I'm sorry. When I heard the words "we're past that part," I figured that meant we were past that part.
There is
With
more
Lecon.
than one Lecon point, Josie.
There is? What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
the
was
point where
mentioned.
they're sneaking into the
Oh, yeah,
Toa facility and Leekan's like, oh, what was the stone?
Yeah,
Well-
it actually says like all the Toa died that day except one guy who was Likan. He was new and he's not dead.
And he's good at he does machines.
Yeah, sure.
He
sure.
literally does machines. Liam, more porn, please.
No.
Uh,
So the Paraka, well, they're not called that yet, but you know, this group of Skakti, they're all together, hanging out in the Dark Hunter base, and
well,
they're like,
no, the
what's
guy
up
who
with
brought
Zakta?
them to the Dark Hunters called them that because it's a slur.
Yes, and they haven't called themselves that yet, but yeah.
I actually like that they're genuinely just called Thief. Like, just not even Thief, like the worst possible. I think we brought this up in the last episode.
yeah.
They're basically just called the Cunt Squad.
Yeah.
they are. They are bad.
So apparently Zaktan used to work down in the mines.
Yep,
I guess
he,
it's got him for life.
He used to be a slave in a protodermis mine, and not like a happy fun protodermis mine like was on Matanui. No, like an actual mine.
Yeah.
They don't
Like they
have
are in the
pizza.
real
They don't
world.
have pizza parties every day and go play frisbee.
He was literally in the gulag.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Anyway.
Now there's a slice of life for you.
Curtis, put up Muppet porn.
What? Muppet form. Are we gonna be
No.
Muppets this episode?
Muppet porn.
Oh,
I don't want to be a
Muppet
Muppet if
porn.
there's Muppet porn going on.
Muppet porn.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's some furious typing. You're on
Anyway,
the
right.
warpath.
I'm just googling Bionicle Muppets.
5,000 years ago, the Prologue are like, hey, we've been doing this job for 2,000 years, let's not do it anymore, let's kill everybody. Because we want to take over. And they sneak past...
kill someone.
Yeah, so they sneak past Prototype, who's more like Proto-Cracker, if you ask me, because he's dumb. That's the joke. He's a big dumb boy. He doesn't even realize that there isn't a training facility on the other side of the island when, I think Hakan's like, go to the training facility. He just does it.
This is the best I got for Bionicle Muppets.
Why is it a cheat? Oh dear.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a terrifying creation. Oh, that's hideous. That's Big Bird. What have they done to you?
I'm not sure I want to say. Oh god. Oh god. No.
Sunny days.
Oh god. No.
Yeah, we
no.
need a fucked up version of the fucking Sesame Street intro with that.
Oh god. Oh god. So they try to kill the Shadowed One, but he's like, nope, Zaktan, turning you into bees now. Zap. Turns him into bees.
That's a weird bit.
Yeah, so apparently the Shadowed One's disintegration beams aren't supposed to turn people into bees, and he's confused. The Shadowed One is just as confused as everyone else.
The Shadowed One, I interpreted that as like it was supposed to just disintegrate him, but then
Yeah.
like his force of will, he just pulled himself back together, and the Shadowed One was like, "Oh, okay,
my
cool."
god! Are you
Possibly.
saying Zaktan's a Green Lantern? Suspicious.
She's like, "What the fuck?"
Now, there is a Lego minifigure that looks like Kermit. Oh, hi!
You've got
Who's
to
back?
eat your greens. Oh god, I'm back. Okay, hello.
Hello there.
You've got to eat Kermit!
You've got to eat your greens. That's
You've got to eat Kermit.
By the way,
saying
Curtis,
that twice.
Monday.
Yeah.
Curtis, I think you should use the Craig recording for me on this one, because I have been very graciously sparing you all my cancer. I've been dying quietly in the background here.
Oh. Oh no.
Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend.
Those. Okay. Anyway, so I think where we left off, Josie said something about bees or something. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. 4,000 years ago, Paraka rowing their boat to Metronui.
4,000 years ago, we started this podcast.
We sure did.
We're recording
yes.
for like 2 hours and we're halfway through Legacy of Evil.
Oh god, we are. Anyway,
3,000 years ago.
we need to quickly talk about the
Before
4,000 years ago. Redak, Vezok, and Avak rowing their boat to Metronui. They see something underground and it's like, under the water. And they're like, ooh, it's a Kanoe dragon. Take it to Metronui. So they do it, and then they say to Duma, well, it sure would be a shame if the Kanoe dragon just did stuff to you, or we could get rid of it for a small fee of 1,000,000 cities. And he's like, no.
No, we only have one city here.
You missed the opportunity to make the all your base are belong to us meme.
Yes.
All your base are belong to us, actually, not you.
Especially since we got Likan on our side.
Yeah, Lekon, he's super good at all the things. He's very Mary Sue.
is very good at everything except collecting Makoki stones. He's terrible at that.
Yeah, this is one flaw. This is one
And
character
also
flaw.
being alive.
Yeah, he's very bad at being alive, except not really. We'll find out later.
Yeah. So Lacan, and his team, they take the Konoe dragon. They take it over to freaking Rudaka or something. I don't know.
Ooh, does Likan, like, impose his personality onto Motoro and take him over? Is this where it's going?
I wish.
Is Motoro going to get usurped? Is he going to steal his body?
Wait, what the fuck?
What the hell are you talking about?
I zoned out for a minute. Now we're talking
You're on
about
like throughout the whole book, they've been making a big deal of Motoro having Likan's mask. Is it Motoro?
No, that was Jala.
No,
Oh, Jala. Yeah, is like.
And also, Jala doesn't have Likan's mask anymore.
You were talking
Tarzani
about how
took
he's
it, and
not
Jala
really dead, but like.
And Jala wants to avenge his mask by getting it back from the guy.
Yeah.
Spoilers, that plot point's gonna go nowhere.
Edit me being a fucking idiot out, please.
No, it's fine.
Edit him being a fucking idiot back in. And
No,
amplify it.
edit him
Amplify
being an
it.
idiot. Edit him being an idiot into its own standalone episode.
Make it in stereo.
Okay, what I'll do is, after we're done, like, with the final episode of the podcast,
Auto-tune it!
I'll take all of Levi's audio, overlay it on top of itself, and just play that.
Isolate
Oh,
every single cough I've had in this episode and put it at the end.
Auto-tune! Auto-tune! Auto-tune!
All at once.
Anyway.
Just make my cancer mega mix.
Cancer Mega... Yeah, Gathered Friends episode 12 or whatever... Episode 11.5, Cancer Mega Mix.
So, 3,000 years ago, remember Nadiki's origin story? Hakan was there.
Yeah! Do you remember Hakan? Girl, Hakan. He was there.
Yeah, he
He
sure
was. In the back.
was.
He was there, he was in the background, he was actually not in the background, he was in the foreground.
He was doing things. He was
doing
talking to
things.
Likan.
Yeah,
Hey.
he was talking to Likan.
Sorry, are we 5,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, or 3,000 years ago now?
3,000.
Good
Thank you,
times.
Curtis. I am all caught up.
Okay. So yeah, Hakan attacks Likan after Likan finds out about Nadiki's treachery, and he's like, "Hey, Likan, if you don't kill Nadiki and stuff, I'll give you some shiny keys." And Likan's like, "Okay."
And he jingles the keys.
Yep. And
Jingle,
Lacan's like,
jingle.
"Oh, yep. I sure do want those keys that got stolen from me a billion years ago.
They're
I
real
bet
shiny keys.
I want I want the keys."
Give me the keys.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So okay. So Lacan receives the Makoki Stone in return for not killing all the Dark Hunters. But then the Shattered One steals it back anyway, and then splits it into 6 pieces, and then somehow it ended up back on Metro Nui. I don't get it.
Well, because it went to the Brotherhood, and then the Toahaga took it.
But how did it get on Metro? No, what? No.
Rahaga had it.
The Rahaga took it.
Greg
The-
has some
took
trouble.
it with
Greg
the
has trouble
Mask of
keeping
Light.
track of.
Oh.
Greg has trouble keeping track of everything that he's written.
Oh, okay.
Remember, because the... Yeah.
I knew the Rahaga stole the Mask of Life, the Mask of Light, sorry, but I didn't know they took the Makoki as well. Okay.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna steal the groceries, you might as well steal the shopping list.
I guess.
Eh.
Sure.
God, I hate that. I hate that so much.
That was the was
That is so good.
was that the first good joke I've ever made?
That was definitely a
Implying
good
that
one.
even that was good.
Come on,
No,
that was a good
no,
joke.
no. Structurally, that was a good joke.
Either way, we can agree it's the last.
Yeah, I will never make a good joke again. I will die cold and unfunny. Oh crap! Was that another joke? Shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's fucking 30 degrees. You're gonna die a puddle.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at life.
Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of sleigh dogs.
Of the sleigh dogs in Ohio.
Listen again to our tale of people from England literally being those goats whose natural instinct is to just fall over when something tries to eat them.
The entire Gathered Friends episode 11, but every time they don't talk about Bionicle, it just plays the entire Balto movie.
Wait, so you're saying English people will just fall over if you spook them?
Yes.
I guess I know how to get Curtis into bed.
Oh no.
If you want a very, very easy and light drinking game to play with your friends, just every time we talk about Bionicle, take a shot.
I'm up close I'm up close to the microphone. I'm gonna say boo now. Boo! I said boo. You're welcome.
I killed Curtis! I have absorbed his powers!
Ugh, but now I'm a ghost. Thanks to the Mask of Spirit or something, I don't know.
Mask of Dead!
Ooh, but now I'm an absolute fucking cretin and I'm gonna hurt all of your ears. Like,
Beth and Bionicle, they joked about a mask of I Wish I Was Dead, because they named every episode a mask power and they ran out of mask powers. And I was like, oh, the Mask of I Wish I Was Dead sounds a lot like the Mask of Astral Projection.
oh my god, Curtis, you're gonna love that waveform.
That's a good follow-up question.
Sword in chat is like, I've seen the puppet mock in person. Did you touch it? Nope. Did you fuck it?
This episode is weird. This episode's kind of weird, don't you think?
This might be the weirdest episode in the universe.
I don't know. I think we can do weirder.
It will just escalate from here. Anyway, 250 years ago, the Makuta of Metro Nui hired 3 Dark Hunters to be in Metro Nui.
Spoilers!
What? There's no spoilers. I just said what's in the book.
Well, how come when I said Makuta of Metro Nui, Liam yelled at me, but when you do it, it's fine?
Because you appended other information.
Also, it said it in the book this time, so...
Ah. The book knows all.
Yeah, I do get confused why they simultaneously keep referring to him as just Makuta and the Makuta of Metro Nui.
Well,
it's kind of like when there's a
let's just say the Brotherhood of
birds and the
Makuta
bees.
has stuff.
The birds and the bees.
It's important to make that distinction, is what I'll say now. And Greg finally figured out how to write that.
I see. Metro Nui was adopted.
Yes.
You're not my real Makuta.
Accurate.
That is exactly what we meant. That is exactly what we meant.
You're not even wrong. Metro Nui was adopted, so... what?
How does one adopt... Never mind.
Well, Makuta figured it out, so...
Okay.
Anyway.
Makuta just doesn't like Matanui because his parents treated him better. Well, that's it. It's just a bit of a rivalry.
No, that is at this time that is the backstory we got.
Never mind at this time. That just is actually what it is.
Mom and Dad treated you better. I'm gonna put you in a coma.
Literally, yes. Anyway. So Makuta had those Dark Hunters. He killed 2 of them. And that's what sparked the whole Brotherhood of Makuta Dark Hunter War. But that war should have been over pretty quickly if the Brotherhood wasn't also being attacked by a bunch of Toa and also other stuff.
And bees.
Anyway,
well, the Dark Hunters have a guy made of bees, so it's fine.
True. So throughout this whole thing, Rudaka's selling information from the Brotherhood to the Dark Hunters, because apparently she's real good at doing that sneak.
Yep, they taught her well.
And she says to Zaktan, "Hey, boy, have you ever explored this island? Ever seen what's cool about it? It used to be a Brotherhood base, don't you know?" And he's like, maybe there's treasure here. So he's just like, Radak, you're in charge. Don't die.
But then it turns out there was no treasure. It's just that puzzle from the ruins of Alf.
Mm-hmm.
Although it basically the puzzle from the ruins of Alf had all the same information that the Makoki Stone has on it, basically.
Oh no, this is more than just the Makoki Stone.
Oh, this is more. Okay, so it wasn't even a good shopping list.
No. So, okay, so all of this is happening during a Visorak attack on the Shadowed One's island. Fine, whatever. Anyway, so Zaktan finds the hidden basement. And in this hidden basement, he sees lots of weird symbols on the walls. He touches one of them that looks like Voya Nui. And, oh dear, all of this symbols on the walls turn into real words. And this is Makuta's plan room. This is where he wrote down all of the stuff about how he's going to win the universe.
This is literally where he monologues.
Yeah,
yes.
He bashed and Basalwood all over it from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Played 1 second of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX theme.
You know that, in the Metro Nui thing where, like, Kazan, the fucking plan is, like, taking over and shit, and Makuta just talks to himself in the mirror?
Yeah.
I like the idea that he just has a secret room in every single base that he has, so that he can talk to himself in the mirror.
He kind of does. He kind of does.
Yeah, he kind of does.
It seems every time that we are introduced to one of his secret bases, he just has something set up so that he can converse with himself.
Yeah.
He
really likes talking to himself.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, trained Arahi to just sit there and listen to him babble.
Well, he would certainly have one step up on the Shadowed One, who has a guy who listens to him.
Yeah, I love that. He's literally got a creature that's entire purpose is to just be like, "Yes, master, I listen."
Yep. A sapient creature, and his name surprisingly isn't Igor.
It's just,
I like to imagine.
Don't you mean Igoraka?
I like to imagine that the Shadowed One's recorder is literally just Cicero.
Who?
Ooh, listener!
How'd you not know Cicero?
I don't know. I don't know a lot of things.
He's an adorable, fantastic little goblin man, and I love him. And goblins are my favorite, and he's my favorite. He's the best.
Oh, goblin disease.
Yeah, basically.
Sweet mother, sweet mother.
We were making good time for about an hour in, and then we just evolved into nonsense.
We were not making good time for an hour in. We basically started the podcast 20 minutes in.
No, it felt like we were halfway through the book an hour in.
No,
this isn't real.
We're still only just over 2 hours in.
This is halfway through the book. This is chapter 41.
Oh fuck!
We're more than 2/3 of the way through now.
We are really bad at this.
There's 53. We read from 25 to 53, so about 20 chapters.
Why do people like us?
This is about. This is 16 chapters in. Yeah, you're right. 2/3, about 2/3. Never mind. We are making good time.
Wow.
Anyway,
I hate to do this because we are making good time, but a brief aside. Zaktan pressed the pressed the little thing that looked like Voya Nui.
Yes.
It was established earlier on in the book that Voya Nui did not exist at this time. It was a part of a larger continent. So what I'm saying is, what gives?
This was only 200 years ago. Voya Nui existed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he went there, drew
even if it
picture,
wasn't, we know that
back.
Makuta has some kind of, crazy prediction powers, or just crazy prediction abilities. Like, he could have foreseen it.
Plot convenience is what it's called, but alright.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so the Paraka are going back to Metro Nui again, this time 1 month ago, because everybody, all the Dark Hunters are pretty dead right now. I mean, not all of them, some of them are still alive, but the Paraka have deserted them, and they're like, hey, Metro Nui, I bet that's a cool place with cool people in it. We're here. And then, oh yeah, so this is where they go to the Mangaya. That's Makuta's lair from Matanui, rather, which borders onto Metro Nui. And they go to the place where TuragaNuva did his whole lifty door thing. And they see all the rubble.
And Radak goes, oh, this probably wasn't that heavy, and Thok just drops a piece of rubble on his head.
Yeah.
So, there's a running gag of them just taking massive shits on all the previous villains. I wasn't expecting the door to be one of them. But they found a way. They're all like, apparently a door fell on Makuta and killed him. I bet it wasn't that heavy.
Yeah. Anyway, so under all that rubble, they find Makuta's battered and mysteriously empty armor. Ooh, there's nothing inside.
Because he apparently got literally crushed into a green mist.
Well,
but the mask,
perhaps.
But the Mask of Shadows mysteriously looks very good for being smashed under a door.
Yeah, the mask is okay.
And so Rydak picks it up. And is all like, tentacles, and then throws it into the ocean.
Yep.
And Radak literally just says, mask's mine.
Yep. And the rest
he
of the...
He picks it up, the mask shoots him, and he's like, yeet!
And the rest of the Brock are all like, fuck, we gotta solve that off, fuck it.
Yeah, so they just leave it. It's in the bottom of the
ocean. Doesn't just leave
now.
it, he throws it into the sea.
Yeah.
He gets annoyed that it doesn't want him, so he's just like, yeah, fuck off.
As we find out later, Skakti do not like it when they are not wanted.
I suppose so. Yeah. But how about them Manako,
Yep, finally, after all these years, the combiner model from the Monas finally shows up.
And this was never mentioned
had
before.
A canonical outside of Legend of Matanui. It never appeared anywhere in actual canon until 2006.
Yep.
Here it is. The combiner from And when it first showed up, I thought, oh shit, was that like a Kitangu or something? Because they said it was like a big figure and its head was yellow. And no, it's a double crab.
Yeah.
It's a crab on another crab.
It's
just a quick aside yet again.
So there's this giant enemy crab.
Just a quick aside again, but since we're on crabs, I think it's important that we always take the opportunity, whenever it's offered to us, to salute Puku, the best boy.
Best girl.
I thought you were going to say it's time to remind everyone that Final Fantasy VII Remake is never happening, dancing crabs.
Joller?
No, I will always have Puku in my heart.
Joller forgot about Puku as soon as he became a Toa. He gets a new crab next year.
I thought you were going to just post a picture of that crab holding a knife. It's a time for us all to remember.
What about the crab?
It turns out Puku is also destined to be a Toa.
Now, you joke about that, but someone else already joked about that. Oh, hello, Death Star.
That could happen. Anyway,
Put up a picture of the Death Star Swart just posted.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, it's a big boy. Anyway, yeah, so Bed Bath & Bionicle, to test whether Joe, the one who doesn't know about Bionicle, is paying attention, the one who was reading the wiki, just decided, hey, I'm going to pretend that the Toe of Stone from 2006 is actually the crab, and see if they notice.
Gathered friends, welcome back to our tale of Bed Bath & Bionicle. You bring them up every episode.
They're a
It's
Beyblade
almost
I've
like
still
we're leeching
never
their
even
podcast.
They're a Beyblade podcast now.
What?
Oh.
Did they at least change the name to Bed Bath and Beyblade?
Yes.
Good.
What? Why? No, they should have stuck with Bed Bath & Bionicle. It would have been the better meme.
No, they
Bed Bath and Bionicle featuring Beyblade.
So for episode 50, they did basically they only had like 1 year left, and they just did a a fast read of the last one, and it was like, okay, and now me, the dumb one, is going to quiz you, the smart one, on Bionicle, and if you get it wrong, then they end the show because you don't know what you're talking about either. Turns out the person that was reading the wiki didn't absorb any of the information. Also, neither of them were dumb. I apologize that I said that. As if anyone who listens to Bed Bath & Bionicle also listens to this show.
As if anyone listens to this show.
As if anyone listens to this shows.
You're on this show now, it doesn't count.
As if this is a show.
Every single person who's listened to this show has also been on it.
Yep.
That's probably not far off, to be honest.
All 2 of them.
Yeah. Speaking of which, guys...
Bonk counts as both of them.
Yeah, call to action, guys. We've only got like 2 open spaces left for guests on new episodes.
Wait,
so snap them up, dudes.
Come on down.
Yeah, we've got guests lined up for like 50,000 episodes.
I didn't realize we were that booked up.
I know Swirt did, like, he's booked, like, far off episode, but I didn't know we had fucking every episode nearly.
Yeah. From now on, it's Spideycentral, Swirt, Summoner, TuragaNuva, a couple of open ones, Orikumi and Swirt, and a couple more open ones. So, yeah.
Can we have the Death Star on as a guest one week?
I'm assuming Book 9 isn't that good then.
Book 9's alright. It's just
nobody
very long.
appears to have wanted to be on it.
We got
2 guests on one of the episodes for it, so...
What year is Book 9?
What year do you think?
2009? Yes.
Oh,
I get it then.
Can the guest on the final episode be that yellow puppet thing?
No, I want the guest on the final episode to be the gun crab. I mean the knife crab. I mean the crab. Just a crab. Just go to the seafood store. Just go
dress up a crab as Greg Farsty and make it the guest.
Or just play The Incredibles, the whole movie, and that will be our guest.
Okay.
The episode 9, episode 90 or whatever, the entire B movie is our guest.
Put the Legacy of Evil, just all of it into a text-to-speech and just play that intermittently as
just,
comments.
The entire B movie, but every time they say the word B, it plays the entire B movie.
Good giddy god, I have just made the mistake of searching Greg Farsty with fucking safe search off.
Oh no!
What?
Oh my god! I need to see this.
Hang on, I'm googling this too now.
Oh no.
It's not Google actually. It's DuckDuckGo because superior. But
bloody hell!
I have never heard of anybody using DuckDuckGo over Google, but okay.
It doesn't want to fucking control my life.
I just googled DuckDuckGo.
What could you possibly have found?
Let's have a look.
I mean, shall I put it in the chat?
Yes, do
Please
it.
do. I'm just searching myself.
Apparently, Swirt is the usual stand-in.
What in the hell?
Whoa! Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that art. I remember that.
It's just.
Hell yeah, Gali, go get it. Hell yeah, Gali, go get it. And Greg's just there.
Holy fuck!
And Greg's just there watching.
I like to think that's Greg as Matanui. That's Greg as Matanui smiling down upon his creation.
I was hoping that you'd found nudes of Greg Farsty and was going to traumatize Swirt because apparently he looks like Greg Farsty.
No.
I'm not going to say I was hoping for that, but I had a feeling it would happen. And I wasn't opposed.
Oh no.
I'm not sure I can even censor that to make it, like, YouTube safe.
And Swirt comes to the rescue and is all like, "Can we not?"
Oh god.
No.
Oh no.
Don't tell him to get on board.
No.
He'll think that we're done recording.
No. What? No. Just don't. We are not
That's not what I meant by get on board.
Okay.
Liam!
Oh god. No.
Join us, Lunny Face! No!
Oh, he's not gonna be recording. He's gonna mess up. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. Monaco chasing the Piraka. They chase him out of the thing onto the island of Matanui.
Monaco hentai.
And
Okay,
they.
I'm gonna look up
Altroy.
Monaco Hentai on DuckDuckGo.
And they
Actually, I like this. I searched Greg Fashty.
Images
crap.
blocked by safe search.
This is another thing that came up under a Greg Fashty search.
Oh,
I think
wow.
is very fitting.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. None of that
Greg
is Bionicles.
Fartsy, more like Greg Fartsy. Am I
Oh,
right?
no.
Oh,
So-
wow. None of this is Bionicles.
This
So
is
the Piraka.
I think this is also very fitting given the current context.
Oh, TTV.
Greg did actually confirm how Matoran were made at some point. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I would avoid searching Greg now because you might run into spoilers amidst all the porn.
How is Babby formed? How is Babby formed?
so-
How girl get pregnant?
So the
Hey, turn
Piraka
off safe
find
search on
the
DuckDuckGo.
original Toa canisters, and they steal the original Toa canisters, and that's what they got to Voyanui in. Oh no!
They stole the original boys.
Yeah, and so you know how we said they took stuff with them when they went in the canisters? No, they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, we thought they did based on what we read, but it turns out what we read was retconned into not being what we read.
I mean, presumably rather, they did take the antidermis vat, which they definitely took with them to Voyanui. I guess they got it at some point from Matanui. I mean,
Yeah.
I know how they got it, but they never explain that in the book, so...
Yeah, somehow it fit. Somehow the vats fit into 6 tow canisters.
Sure, okay.
I think Greg was just writing himself into a corner and was like, you know what? Fuck it.
A little bit, yeah.
Greg? Never.
Great.
Local man ruins everything.
Zaktan says, stop remembering, the fun is now over. and he stops remembering. And then Hakan walks down the stairs and melts.
Oh, well, wait, we're done with the flashbacks?
Yes, we're back into the real world now.
Okay, the
Oh,
mask of
I've
elemental...
completely lost where we are in the book. What page are we on?
I don't know. Chapter 42.
You know what? I don't
Okay.
care about... I have this note here, call attention to the mask of elemental energies from Bionicle, the game being canon, but I don't care anymore.
We're literally about to get to that point.
I want to talk about the boogeyman!
We're gonna get to the boogeyman after we get to the bit about the
Okay,
elemental
then, let's
energies.
go.
Actually, yeah.
let's go.
Why haven't you started on the No One Left Behind? That's in between.
That's literally
Legacy
right
of
now. That's what we're doing right now.
Let's do
Oh.
it!
Norik and Varian are camping in the woods because somebody told them there's disappearing Toa and they're being there. And Varian gives Norik a headache, a nightmare because she can do that with her psychic powers.
Because she's a Toa of psionics!
Yep. And she's real playful about it. She's like, ha, I'm gonna traumatize you in your sleep. Ha ha. Isn't that funny? Yeah, and she does that. And Dorik's like, I don't want you to do that. Hi, Mr. Grey. You're new. Oh god, a Tower of Sonics? Sure, why not? They takes them into the village. But then the village explodes because somebody, I think his name's Gatherer? Yeah, freaking Gatherer shoots him. And,
Gatherer and Lurker.
Gatherer and Lurker, yeah, that's right.
It would have been I would have liked it if the other one had been named Hunter.
Hunter and Gatherer, yeah, that would have been funny and stupid, but all of these Dark Hunters were named by fans, so that wouldn't work.
Oh god, who allowed that?
Greg.
No, no wonder it's. No
see,
wonder they
Lego-
suddenly have names like Gatherer.
Let's see. So
Yeah.
Lego decided to do it, but Greg approved them all. So these are all fan fans came up with all of these, but Greg approved them. So it is Greg's fault still.
I choose to believe that all of the Dark Hunters do have names like that, and that the Paraka's names are their promotional nicknames, like the Beast, the Bully.
Apparently, the Bully is not in a character encyclopedia, so that one's not canon. Just that one, though. Just that one.
Does he have a different name, or does he not have any at all?
The other 5 Paraka gangster names are in this one character encyclopedia, and not the Bully. So apparently, the other 5 of them are canon, but the Bully isn't, and I don't know how that works or why.
Well, what you didn't answer my question. Does he have, like, a different name, or is it just not listed?
I don't know. It's not listed.
Okay.
It's a book.
But yeah, so all these Dark Hunter names, quote-unquote, that we get, they are just code names. It's not their actual names. And the reason for this is because these were all fan-named Dark Hunters. They weren't allowed to make up their own names. They had to use real words, because LEGO couldn't afford to copyright 50 new names.
Well, some of them, they were allowed to use, like, pre-existing Bionicle words, like the Hordika dragons.
Yeah, they could say stuff like that, but in terms of, like, they couldn't call it the Banana Crus guy or whatever.
That's my favorite Bionicle character. What are you talking about?
I guess Greg managed to convince LEGO to allow him to give Lariska a name, because that's apparently his favorite Dark Hunter.
Well, yeah, it's okay when Greg does it.
Oh God, curse us.
The way you said that.
Yeah, but yeah, so LEGO couldn't afford to trademark names for 50 Dark Hunters, so they just had fans use real words for them.
No more talking, the fun is now over. So Varian and Norik and Grey are in the building that explodes. And Varian uses her Kanoi Calyx, that's the Mask of Fate, same as Jala has now, to push Norik out the way. But no, not Grey. He got hit dead on and almost died. And yes.
Just during this book, I'm not much of a fan of this, so I'm just gonna take this moment to duck out for a second because I really have to go to the toilet.
No worries.
Wow.
Sure.
I'm not leaving during Inferno.
Hi. So anyway, yeah, so Gatherer and Lurker, they're like, hey, let's go make sure they're proper dead, like. And Varian's preparing to do that power scream thing that she does, but the Gatherer's like, nope, Rotuka of 60s drugs, activate, and make sure it go all wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Indeed. Anyways, I guess they just sort of leave her there because Norik goes back and saves her from the burning building. And he's like, oh, what happened? And she says what happened. And then they go chase the bad guys. They're like, oh, we gotta get them before they run away. Because they got Grey, that's right. They captured him. We gotta stop him. We gotta get that boy back. So they do.
Sorry, just quickly.
Yeah.
The start of this book, not the book, this chapter, when it's the guy's like, call me Grey, it'll be easier. No names. I have a fucking annoying superpower. I'm genuinely a fucking X-Man. My disgustingly annoying superpower is that I know exactly where plot twists are going before they even are hinted towards. So, like,
Yep.
Endgame, fucking... every movie I have ever watched, I have never been surprised. As soon as he said no names, it'll be easier, I fucking knew he was a dick.
Yeah.
I knew he was betraying them. It's just... How would you not know that? Why would no names be easier for any other reason?
Well, a guy died, and we were friends, but I didn't know his name, so I feel worse now.
Not when you've known them 3 minutes.
Well, they seemed to feel really friendly with him until one of them became a statue.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
as they're trying to...
sorry,
No,
another
it's fine,
diversion
it's
from
fine.
Levi.
It's fine, whatever. But anyway, so as they're trying to rescue Grey, they get curb stomped again, and And Gather and Look are taken back to the Shadowed One's base. And Shadowed One's like, Varian, choose one of these guys to live.
First of all, now Josie, you can go off on your tangent about the Mask of Elemental Energy.
Yes.
That's a fuck. So that is just so absurd to me. That the Mask of Elemental Energies was a pickup in Bionicle the game that would restore your energy bar, and Greg liked it, so it's canon now. And it works exactly like it does in the video game. It's a one-use item that restores Atoa's elemental energies.
It's what? It's
What
one
the
use?
fuck?
What?
It's one use because it came from a video game.
It literally, I mean, it says fucking. It just acts as a stimulant, so it's literally Toa coffee, but.
Yeah, I would have thought that it could be I would retcon it so that it's multi-use, but it's only like once a day or something.
I don't think anyone anywhere stated it couldn't be used more than once.
I think you're just extrapolating that from the fact it was a game item.
ESO1 elemental.
Let's find out how canon it is.
Let's find out. No, it says on the wiki the mask disappears after use.
Disappears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like it.
Just goes away.
It works.
It melts into her.
It works exactly like it does in the video game. Yes.
Puts on a little hat and picks up its suitcase and walks off.
And also, Varian is the only person in canon who has ever used it, which means it is just there because Greg liked a video game.
God damn it.
Yeah, so in addition, the only two things from Bionicle game that were from canon that are implemented into canon were this mask and the Nuva Blast, which were renamed to Nova Blast to justify other Toa using them.
I thought even in Bionicle the game it was called a Nova Blast, but okay.
I always thought that too, but apparently no. In fact, there are images on this page, and the first one is from next year. Yeah.
Well, howdy.
And it's an article about something from the game. How about that? Greg really likes video games, I guess. And then Bionicle Heroes comes along and ruins everything.
Bionicle Heroes and Bionicle Heroes and Bionicle Heroes, all three of them.
All three of them. Weren't there four?
No, only three, I think.
There were a lot. There were a lot of Bionicle Heroes.
Yeah, there was a fourth one. Oh god, I forgot about the mobile version.
Yeah, so, Bionicle Heroes. Traveler's Tales, I don't think, was aware that Bionicle had a strict canon, and, so they just literally threw all the toys together and played with them like a 4-year-old would, and it works for what it is. I mean,
they must have had some awareness of the canon, because they had a freaking wiki article on every character and, item that appeared in the game.
Yeah,
in the trophy room.
Yeah, it appears on dev text the development text where every so often is they have it in their text file that they had fans working with them to learn stuff about Bionicle.
Huh.
And all of the collectibles in the game came from that.
Neat.
Anyway, enough talking about Bionicle. Let's talk about Bionicle.
Yeah. So Varian's like, oh, I like Norik, he's my friend, let him live, please. And Charles was like, okay, I'm gonna send him back to wherever he came from. And as for Grey, he actually works for me. Ha 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 ha. And Varian, you're gonna be a statue now.
Yep. This whole thing here, it only exists to apparently the last time we saw the Shadow One's inner chambers, he just had a stasis tube with a Toa in it as like a decoration, and now this is that. Yep,
this is how he got that. It's Varian, and there she will stay. I think forever, basically. Yeah.
I looked into it. She never gets out.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think with the book, you'd think with the story she's in being called No One Left Behind, that someone would have remembered, hey,
She literally gets left behind.
Bionicle's over. Let's go get that toe of psionics that is doomed to an eternity as a zoo project.
Oh no.
She's literally doomed to the same fate as any rock he kept in the archives.
Oh, that just makes it even worse. Oh dear.
Yeah, they at least got her. They at least apparently moved her out from where I'll talk about it later if I remember when we get to it.
Anyway. You thought we were done with flashbacks? Haha, no. Smash cut to 100,000 years ago.
Yeah, there are a lot of flashbacks in this flashback.
Yeah. So this is where the great beings are putting the mask in the place. They're putting the mask of life in the place where it's going to be.
I always assumed, I never knew that we actually have great beings in the story until like 2009. I thought that we never encountered them in the story. I never knew that.
Yeah, same.
Again,
because I never read these books either, but they just have actual great beings here.
They have actual great beings here. And, apparently they do have powers. I always thought that they were just guys who could make stuff, and that was their only power, that they could make stuff. But apparently, they're not hiding from the Matoran that are working nearby where they are doing their thing. They don't want to be seen, so they aren't.
Well, no, that's not really so much a power of theirs as it is another thing that we can't really talk about right now.
I don't understand, but okay.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the way the text describes it is, they did not wish to be seen, so they weren't.
Yep.
So, make of that what you will.
Yeah, I just assume that they're gods, because they are.
Yeah, they kind of are.
I kind of liked the idea that the great beings didn't have powers and that they just were able to make things. But
we'll get into that more later.
I mean, this works. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, they just basically say, let's make a big old dangerous place to put the mask in, and then people won't get it, and the mask will make its own guardians. How about that? Sure, why not? And then smash cut back to the beginning of where we were in the present now, with Hakan melting and all.
Yeah, the boogeyman showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ernak, aka literally the boogeyman.
Literally the boogeyman.
He's the best.
It's the Paraka's worst fear. A guy who turns thoughts into power or whatever. I don't know.
So what he demonstrates that he can do is he reverses their own powers onto them.
Yes.
And also can convert thoughts into power.
And can also convert people into thoughts, apparently.
Yeah, he can convert thoughts into power and powers into thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Be gone, thought!
Yeah, unfortunately, he uses his power on Zocton and not Thok, because then he could have said, "Be gone, thought," or "Be gone, Thok," and it would have been a double entendre joke. I'm very tired.
Yeah,
I can tell.
So apparently, this part of the 777 stairs turns fears into reality. Not illusions, actual real things that can kill you.
Yeah,
such as Ernak.
And I especially like that Ernak, it isn't just based on the Paraka's interpretations. This is apparently what all Skakti believe the Ernak is. This is the thing they are afraid of if it was real.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's all like, I have terrified your race for years. You think that you can defeat me? And
yeah, there's actually there's a line where Thok is like, oh, how did the fables go? How did they defeat the Ernak? And then he remembers that all the fables end with everyone dying.
Yeah, the Boogeyman being the first guardian of the Mask of Life's kind of overkill.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you'd think they might want to save that for the end, because if you can defeat the literal Boogeyman, you can kind of fuck with anything.
Yeah. and Zektan figures out how to do it. He's like, hey, Ernak, guess what? I'm more insane than you. I know fear.
I am fear!
You don't know fear. I am fear. And Ernak's like, oh, okay, I guess you win.
Yeah, I have
Go on ahead.
I have that quote in my notes here. You use fear as a weapon, Ernak, but I am fear.
Yeah.
I almost cheered for Zocton during that because, like,
hell yeah.
Like, holy shit, you're talking down the boogeyman. It's great.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I hate you, but it's great.
It's like getting behind a heel in wrestling. It's like, you know you're supposed to hate them, but you kind of love them too.
Yep. And then they have a saw puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've passed the boogeyman challenge, so now they go on to the jigsaw murderer, the jigsaw killer puzzle.
Oh yes, the AB game. If you've ever played the Zero Escape video games, it's like that. They can choose to ally or betray, and they all think they're gonna ally, but apparently Raydak can't count, and he pulls the thing before they're supposed to, and ends up almost killing them.
Yep.
Whoops.
It's kind of I guess it's open to interpretation whether or not he was betraying them or whether he really just can't count.
I think it's probably the latter, but
yeah, because I think
Raydak's got a bit more going on than we see.
It kind of seems like Raydak is the least ambitious of the Baraka, so I don't know if he'd be the one that betrayed them. But he is But he is pretty dumb. But they're all pretty dumb. What if they all pulled the lever at different times?
Wouldn't be
Pull
surprised.
the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever!
Which of the Baraka
The
do you
lever.
think would be voiced by Patrick Warburton?
I want to say
let's go with
AVAC.
Avac.
Yep.
I keep
Go with
forgetting
AVAC.
how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he wears goggles! Kronk wears goggles! Chronicles!
Anyway, so while the Paraka are doing all that, the boys are back in town, by which I mean Garan and co. looking for the TuragaNuva. So they're like, the Paraka probably kept the Nuva in the stronghold, right? Because, keep your enemies close and all that. Wasn't the original plan to throw the TuragaNuva into the volcano? Is there any confirmation that they didn't do that?
Yes. When they were going up the volcano, the volcano exploded, and they were like,
I know.
it's exploding.
No,
Fuck
I get that.
And
I get
dropped
that.
them.
But what I mean is, after that happens, they then captured the TuragaNuva again. Is it not
It doesn't
reasonable
say
to
they
assume?
tried to do it again. They just assumed that the volcano didn't want them to.
I guess. I feel like they could have thrown them in the volcano at any point. Is the point I'm trying to make here? But
yeah,
alright.
they could have. They just didn't.
All right.
They just decided, fuck that volcano. Ugh.
Yeah.
We don't like them.
They are scared. They are scared of volcano.
Back to the Bionicle then. They're on the stairs, this time taking the left path because the Paraka took the right path, and mysterious rocks that move and don't move at the same time. Whoa. And here's Lee Khan. He's saying, "Turn back. You shall not pass." Except they do.
They tell him to fuck off because they got a mission to do. And he's dead, and he don't got a mission to do because he dead.
Yeah. He's
Then-
very dead.
He is.
Very dead.
He's
very,
extremely
very
dead.
He is extremely
Maximum
dead,
dead.
and he will never not be dead.
We're hitting
I
levels
mean-
of dead that shouldn't even be possible.
Well, you say that. He's slightly less dead than you think.
Well,
Yep. Yep.
He's still
Actually-
pretty dead, don't get me wrong. But, he's
I
not
mean, I
like...
reckon after I
still-
die, I probably won't be an illusion by the Mask of Life, so...
True.
I have trouble imagining the Mask of Life would consider me worth having as an illusion.
Wah. So anyway, Brutaka and Axon are still fighting and all that. Brutaka opens a portal, but Axon ain't having none of that shit and just bats it away. It's still around, but he can just push it back whenever he wants to.
Yep. fucking Axon can fucking just fucking wax a door to nowhere into he eats it, I guess.
Yeah. So I thought throughout this whole fight, I thought that Axon was gonna grab Brutaka and like send them both through the portal, but that's like not what happens.
I would have thought he would just throw Axon into the portal. I mean Brutaka into the portal.
Yeah.
I would have thought that Axon would just pick up Brutaka, throw him into the portal, and then not have to worry about it no more. But he was all like, "No, I'll just keep whacking it. I'll just keep whacking it with my axe forever for my entire life."
I do generally find that whacking it distracts me from my problems.
Because I am told that this thing will never go away forever and ever until it eats me. So I'm just gonna keep whacking it for all of my life instead of throwing my friend who betrayed me into it. That just makes more sense than throwing a guy.
If he throws Brutaka through it, then Brutaka's got the Mask of Dimensional Gates. He'll just come back, like,
rip
immediately.
the mask off his face and then throw him into it.
Okay, fair enough. You beat me.
And then you have the mask of lie detection and the mask of overpowered nonsense.
Freaking dimensional gates. How could they have such polar opposites of masks? Like,
one is a mask that can reveal truths, a very obscure but not very useful power. One is the mask of go anywhere in or out of the universe at any
Actually,
time.
you say it's not a very useful power, but what if he used the mask to discover the truth of whether or not he was going to succeed, and then just decided, fuck this, it's not worth it? That would be a pretty useful power.
I mean...
I suppose.
I mean, not really, because he wants to succeed at stuff.
And
that's
kind of my point.
If he finds out that he's not going to succeed at stuff, then he'll be sad about that.
Yeah, but at least he won't be dead. Which I would consider a success.
He seems like the kind of guy who would want to die if that meant that what he was doing was accomplished.
Anyway, the
He's a big
Inika...
boy.
Yeah, so the Inika are fighting these weird shadow apparitions of the ghosts of Christmas past or whatever.
Yeah, Ghosts of Christmas Past. And they think it's odd that they can't read their minds.
I think you mean Ghosts of Naming Day past.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Kangu thinks it's odd that he can't read this ghost of Makuta's mind, even though he is already aware now that people's minds can be shielded indefinitely. So, like, you should not be surprised by this.
Yeah, they kind of dropped that out of nowhere. Like, Brutaka's mind is shielded against mind reading, but he never brings that up again.
I like that Kangu calls Makuta a loser, though.
Yeah.
It seems like you're fighting Satan. You don't know how he's here because he's a ghost, but you're fighting him and you just call him a loser. It's great.
Yeah. All the Toho are fighting some hellspawn or another. Holly kills a tiger.
Yep, there's a Waka, a Nuirama, a Rakshi, a Borak,
yeah, Rakshi, a
Borak,
a Borak Carl,
and fucking Makuta. And they're wondering why they're all there together, as if the odds there's not obvious. Like, all of these things either are Makuta or can be easily controlled by Makuta. So the question should be why they're there in the first place, not why they're working together.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, the weirdest part of this, though, is Shadow Makuta freezes energy.
Yeah, so he just pulls a Kylo Ren. Yeah.
Like with ice. He freezes energy. Like with ice. And it falls on the ground and it cracks and like ice. Energy.
So you know that scene in Star Wars, the seventh one, where Kylo Ren like force grabs a blaster bolt out of midair?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
At least he didn't turn it into ice, which Makuta does.
No, shadow powers.
It's energy. How do you turn energy into ice?
Because he's Makuta.
Yeah, I had a guy who pointed out how little sense it made that Hallie was able to burn through metal with her harpoon. in the Unika commercial with the All American Rejects, and I pointed out. So the Toa have elemental energy, and it's basically just a typical radiation until they turn it into their element. So any of them can do anything that any of them can have. Any one of them can just
That's also completely disregarding the fact that their elemental energy is laced with lightning.
Yeah, there's that.
And taken literally, lightning is like 10 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But also, like, disregarding that, any Toa at any point can just burn through something with their sword. It's just they can't shoot fire, but they can radiate energy. But also, there's this. Makuta freezes energy like with ice.
I don't know, dude. It just happens.
He takes energy and he turns it into a physical object. He freezes it with ice and it falls to the ground and it's ice.
Well, we know that, spoiler alert, that it's not actually Makuta, though.
I mean,
it's not even actually Makuta, and somehow he turns raw energy to ice. Just pure energy.
Mask of Light shit, I don't know. But apparently Kongu is just as confused as the rest of us, because he just ain't having any of this. He shoots Makuta in the frickin' head.
Although he didn't mean to do that, actually.
Meanwhile, I've been quiet this entire time just because I've been making a meme that I thought Josie might enjoy. And literally only Josie.
Oh wow! I like it.
It's literally just Greg deciding that the Mask of Elemental Energies is now canon.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. It's just the shittest possible joke I could have made, and I've spent about 20 minutes creating this.
It's okay.
Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of this use of your time?
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. I made a laser collection joke. So it's fine.
It's the actual worst I could have possibly made it. I have never used Photoshop in my life. I just got a sudden flash of inspiration. Thank you, Josie.
You're welcome.
You have inspired me.
Don't encourage her.
I inspire greatness wherever I go.
So all of the Toa and Nika accidentally kill their enemies, and they're like, oh no, it's not supposed to do that. Oh no, the enemies are actually the TuragaNuva.
That was really easy. Are we more powerful than we thought? Oh no, the TuragaNuva, we killed our friends. Oh no.
Oh yeah, where are we?
And then Joller's all like, you know what? We should just move on, because we can't let being tricked into killing our friends stop us from doing what's good for the universe. So we gotta keep going.
We can't let our dreams be memes.
We can't let our dreams be memes. So, like, the Toa and Nika are stronger as heroes than fucking Superman, apparently. When Superman was tricked by the Joker into killing Lois Lane, he immediately punched a hole in the Joker's stomach from space. Like, he was in space. He was in space when the drugs wore off. He realized he'd killed his wife. In the blink of an instant, he punched a hole through the Joker, and that's the backstory of the Injustice video game. Meanwhile, the Anika just were tricked into killing all 6 of their friends, and they're all like, crap. Well, we can't let the universe die just so we can grieve. We gotta do it.
Curtis, what chapter are we on?
47.
Could we do the last 20 minutes again, please?
No!
I want my time back. I want my life back.
No, never. It's not real. Speaking of not real, Kongu's staying pretty silent throughout this whole thing. He just knows. He knows that they're not the real TuragaNuva. He's not saying a word as everyone's grieving.
Yeah. So they're all like, no, we have a job to do. We can't give up. And then they find out that they were tricked. There was no TuragaNuva. It was. I don't like this part. I would have liked if they had just left this chamber and thought they had killed their friends and only found out later.
I do actually like this part because I like the moment of them. I mean, I get what you're saying. I do think there needed to be that way for them to move on, but actually, no, I take it all back. I'm dumb. Josie's entirely right. They should have, for their emotional growth, they should have just thought that they killed their friends and carried on.
Yeah, they're all like, we have to keep going on, not in spite of all of this, because it means we're on our own with no hope of aid. We are the only hope for the universe. We got to do it.
You have to move along.
We're gonna honor all the Toa that came.
Move along, just to make it through.
In honor of TuragaNuva's memory and Likon's memory, even though he's apparently a ghost and a dick, and all the other Toa that came before us who aren't ghost dicks.
Yeah.
I choose the headcanon that they just didn't look back and find out that they were illusions.
Also, Bonk, you are never allowed to say that again. We have copyrighted all forms of the phrase "moving along."
Damn.
They
Oh my god, is that what we've been doing the whole time? Have we been the all-American rejects?
Yeah, they'll find out after they win that the TuragaNuva are alive, so they don't need to find out here. I don't wanna.
Yeah, it could have been a good driving force for them to, actually finish the mission and all and grow as characters, but instead it just turns into a weird footnote of where they thought they killed their friends for 5 seconds.
A lot of talk of death, murder, and corpses in this book. Lego, huh?
Yeah, you can really tell this is where Greg was let off the reins, so to speak.
And
he's like, yeah, you can say they die.
Have we gotten past the bit where fucking Axon and his other dude were fighting and the portals?
We briefly mentioned it. We haven't got to the conclusion of that yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll save my literal only thing I wanted to talk about in this podcast until then.
Okay. Yeah. So meanwhile, the Paraka are doing their thing with the pod, the levers that can't count. You know what I mean? They go into an underwater thing. They're like a fire and water. Oh no! Oh my!
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
They're being roasted. They're being boiled alive.
Yeah, but then they think, how about we, swim down? And they do, and they find an underwater swim tunnel, and they come out basically exactly where they wanted to go. So that all worked out in the end.
What is the goddamn point of tests, of tests and trials, if you can pass even if you fail?
No, but none of them didn't notice the small changes that were happening to their bodies.
Yeah, they literally didn't. They got dunked into the chamber. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, but they can still go on to the Mask of Life, apparently.
Yeah, but, they're not getting away no matter what happens now. They're fucked. They got dunked.
Yeah, they got dunked, and we're gonna see the consequences of them being dunked in later books. But if they had theoretically gotten a hold of the Mask of Life at the end of this, they probably could have reversed whatever's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
The Mask of Life the Mask of Life, I'm not spoiling anything by saying it's overpowered. It can do literally anything. I don't know why it's just called the Mask of Life. It's kind of like how the Soul Stone is apparently the most important one in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Sorry, what spawned this? What are you on about?
If the Paraka had gotten the Mask of Life, they could have reversed whatever the water was going to do to them.
Yeah, I guess, but where's this suddenly it can do everything coming from?
It can do literally everything, yeah.
What? I've not seen any evidence of that.
We'll see it in later. We'll see it in later books. I think we see it next year, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least for now, we're at the point where nobody knows exactly what the mask can do, and they just assume it's all powerful anyway. So.
Yeah, we're gonna start seeing examples of what it does in the next episode.
I'm just glad that's not yet another example of me being dumb.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh no, nobody could have foreseen what Greg would decide life means.
Oh God, no.
Anyway, everything it does is affecting a life form. Everything we see it do, but that is a very broad kind of.
And it could have definitely,
definition.
and it could have definitely undug the Baraka. But they're idiots. They didn't actually get a hold of it, but they could have, and that's the thing. What's the point of trials if you can still win by losing?
They didn't.
But they could have, though. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they could have, because the Mask of Life didn't want the guy, and so it fused him to a spider. I don't think it would have accepted them.
I guess.
Yeah, the Mask of Life chooses who can take
It's just, this is skipping ahead a bit, but it's relevant. It literally states that the Mask of Life just fucking hates that guy. That's why it fused him into a spider.
Apparently the Mask of Life
and it's
figured out...
It's been watching everything from afar, so, it
apparently
knows that they're not worthy already.
Apparently the Mask of Life decided who was going to be wearing it in the last book. So, none of these trials mean anything.
In the last book, or do you mean in the last half of this book?
In the last episode of this show...
the last half of this book.
When Motoro made a friend in the darkness, apparently that was the Mask of Life somehow.
I kind of liked that, because it literally gave him a helping hand.
I loved that. That was great. The Mask
that's
decided all the way back there, oh yeah, I want this guy to wear me. So why are you having them go through the trials? Aren't the trials just there to protect the mask from people that aren't supposed to use it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
That's why the fucking Toa breezed through every fucking trial.
Oh yeah,
including the Chamber of Death. That's the next one that they go through.
Is that the one where they meet Dax Shepard?
No, this is the one where they a mysterious disembodied voice says, "Hey, one of you is gonna die. Who's it gonna be?" And Motoro's like, "I'll do it."
I'll do it. I'm the only one of us that wasn't a warrior before.
Literally, not just breeze through every trial. It literally brings Motoro back to life so that he can complete it.
Yeah. So the voice says, "Congratulations! The point of this trial was not to die, but to accept death. And you did it.
Yeah.
Good job. You get a gold star."
Motoro did die there, by the way. That wasn't a sort of, we're symbolically killing him. No, they actually killed him and then brought him back.
I mean, they actually killed him symbolically. It was both.
I'm sort of annoyed by that, actually, because I think Jala should have been the one to get the Mask of Life, because A, he got completely fucked over with the Mask of Light, and B, he did actually want to sacrifice his own life after already experiencing death, because he didn't, I think he's more worthy.
Yeah.
But Motoro...
A few people might think that.
Objectively, from the events of the book, I think he would have been a better fit for the Mask of Life.
Yeah, but the thing was, though, that Jollar wanted to sacrifice himself despite being important to the team, whereas Motoro was all like, I don't think I'm very important to the team. I might as well be the one to sacrifice myself.
Yeah, but that's I actually think that's a worse reason. He wanted to sacrifice himself because he didn't want to see his friends die. Motoro was just like, I'm useless, let me die.
No. That wasn't it. He was kind of like that, but it was like everyone else on this team is probably going to be important.
No, he was literally going through a midlife crisis. He was like, I'm not even a translator anymore. I have no purpose in this life. Just fuck off. Let me fuck off.
I think of that as less that he thought he was useless and more that he thought that everyone else was more useful.
I mean, no, he literally states that he's useless. He's going through a midlife crisis. He's going through every purpose his life has ever had, and he's debunking every single purpose.
Oh, our viewers are not going to like this episode.
Have I made this controversial?
People
I
really
think it was controversial long before you said that.
People really like Motoro. He's everyone's favorite character. He's Jesus.
I don't like him. Well, it's not that I don't like him. I sort of think he's lackluster.
Well, you're gonna love the next book then.
Oh, does he actually become important and do things?
You could say that.
Oh, cool. In that case, I reserve my judgment until he has actually had his time in the limelight.
I would assume, going by this episode, that 2007 will also be 2 episodes.
Yes, it will.
Okay, so in 2 episodes we'll see Matoro Jesus.
I mean, he's going to do some stuff in the next episode
He's
as well.
going to Jesus as
Can
a
we
verb.
move along, please?
Yes. Okay,
It's
moving.
just
You
the-
really
yeah.
gotta keep it strong, move it along, move it
Suddenly, giant protodytes. Why? The big. I don't get it. Why are there big prototypes?
I actually liked it.
So did I actually, but I just don't get it.
Just the idea of I think Doctor Who or something did this. No, Star Trek did. I think in The Next Generation did this once. I love the idea of supersized germs, like supersized microbes.
Yep.
Because I just think they would fuck everything up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they would totally would. Did you know that Did you know that amoebas can actually grow to big size?
Yeah, they can grow to like 2 centimeters or some shit. It's
There
crazy.
are
You
very
can
big-
actually see them.
There are very big amoebas, and it's very fascinating. They're still single-celled organisms technically, and it's weird. Anyway,
Neat.
big prototypes. What would have happened if if the Paraka had made it to this chamber?
Zactan would have had an existential crisis. He'd be like, "Oh God, it's me, but big bits. Ew, ew."
Yep.
That's like
the
seeing
pro-
giant
Prototypes.
skin cells.
But anyway, then Iron Man shows up and is all like, "These creatures
Jesus.
want to kill you with no honor, and I am me, so I will kill you instead."
And then they
my
kill
wheels.
him.
Yeah, these
Heelys.
animals are just here to deal with wild animals that wander in here. They do not kill the good people. I kill the good people.
Yes,
Apparently,
so,
the biggest amoebas were 10 centimeters.
Crikey.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, they
A
get
4-inch single-celled organism.
Jeez.
they
Sorry,
get so
that's
big.
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Wow. So yeah.
I'll show you a 10-inch organism.
Yeah,
So enter Umbra.
Enter Iron Man, Silver Age Iron Man.
I'll show
So-
you my 10-centimeter organism.
So Umbra has, well, one of the Toa describes it as gears on his feet.
Jolly.
Here we go.
Does
I was making.
I thought
really
it said
good
wheels.
progress.
No, he
I
said
was making-
gears.
I was making really good progress reading the book, and then I had to stop and take a break when I got to this part because fucking wheels are non-canon in Bionicle.
They
Ex-
always were. This was always established.
I know, Liam. It's one thing to know about this and another to see it.
No, it says his wheeled feet clipped Kongu's head.
Oh right, yeah, that's the second mention.
The point
Yeah.
is, none of them have seen the wheels before because wheels.
It's
are
air
non-canon.
gear.
Yeah, it's just a round gear mechanism.
No, that was a shit anime reference. Sorry.
He is Judas, the bewildered one. He is the harbinger of death. Cometh to bring us to the unholy roller derby.
Yep. So he has roller skates and nobody knows what wheels are. I don't understand how he has roller skates. Why is that a thing?
Because
Oh no,
They
Curtis.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to clear this up. It says, sorry, I'm dying. Jala's eyes were drawn to the figure's feet, which featured rounded devices that looked something like gears.
Oh,
so
yes,
he's like,
that's right.
Oh, what is a wheel? Holy shit! What is this device?
Yeah.
so
High tech.
So the reason for this nonsense, Umbra was designed as a Walmart store exclusive toy,
Wow.
and I don't know if they just challenged themselves to do this or if it was just a budgetary thing, but Umbra was made entirely of existing pieces in existing colors. And they just
nice.
thought, you know what would make this character made of existing pieces interesting is if we gave him a unique roller skates. If we gave him roller skates.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Greg decided, hey, I'm going to make the most bizarre feature of any toy canon.
Mm-hmm. This is only one of 2 instances of canon wheels in the entire Matoran universe.
Yeah, and one of them...
I love that they've never thought to use wheels before.
One of them is a motorcycle.
Yep.
There's a
Roller skates
motorcycle.
and motorcycles, that's all
That
the
was
wheels
quite
they
the
have.
revelation.
They've got like carts that the Ussel crabs pull, and not
They're
a
not
single one
canon.
of them. What?
There were mine carts in the Madanui online game.
No,
They're
not
canon.
mine carts. It describes like the mana crabs pulling carts full of shit around.
Yeah, they hover.
Yeah.
Hover
But like,
carts. They're hover carts.
Oh right, okay. Because I just
have
like the
wheels.
image of them looking at these gears on the side of these carts and going, how can we make this more efficient?
Yeah. They don't have wheels. They have anti-wheels. They have frisbees that can cause things to hover.
Wait, they still had the frisbees on Matanui?
No,
So how did they get the frisbees on what?
I don't think they.
I'm sure that the Ussel crabs pulled carts in like the first.
No,
book.
they just strapped boxes to the crabs. And had them
Josie,
drag them behind.
there were carts in the Madanui online game.
They were non-canon.
God damn it.
You were the one who
non-canon?
told me they were non-canon.
I never said anything like that.
Dear God, what the fuck?
Moving along, moving
Nelson
along.
Mandela, damn you!
This is way ahead in the book, like page 1481, but TuragaNuva spotted an Ussel crab drawn cart driven by a Matoran. They do
my
have
God.
carts.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I'm a stickler for details.
Who was the one who told me about the wheels not being canon if it wasn't Liam?
I don't know. We'll have to ask the lore masters when we get back from this
Liam,
podcast.
I swear to God, Liam, if it turns out it was you, I'm gonna punch you.
I'm fucking putting that in general now. I'm asking fucking...
Anyway, so the Boogeyman is the first Guardian of the Mask of Life, and here is a giant tie-dye man on roller skates trying to top that.
Yeah, a guy on roller skates who can turn into a literal beam of light,
Yeah, it's weird. Another
and then
weird
they
thing
just
is-
beat him.
So
They just win.
apparently, Umbra's armor is supposed to be entirely yellow. I don't.
Uh.
Clearly, Greg and the toy designers had some coordination on this. I don't know why he decided. I'm going to canonize that the one thing that is inconsistent with the toy on this guy is the colors. He's gonna have the roller skates, but he's gonna have all the yellow.
So Greg had to work with prototype versions of the toys when he was writing the books. Perhaps the prototype
aware.
was all yellow.
I am aware of that, but Umbra was made of pre-existing pieces. I am assuming that means that all the prototype pieces of Umbra were the already existing iterations of
Possibly.
pieces.
Yeah.
The pieces that Umbra is made of that come in green do not come in yellow.
Speaking of Greg using prototype parts, though, I could have sworn there was a thing where, like, Jala and Ica had 2 swords because of a
Yeah.
prototype or something.
Yeah,
was
there
that not
a
here?
prototype that had 2 swords.
But that wasn't mentioned in the book. I thought it was.
That would have been neat. We'll
I mean,
see.
if it was probably edited out by TuragaNuva if it was.
But it is canon that he has 2 swords, so that's a wrong edit if that's been edited.
Yeah, we'll see next year. Atoa had 2 things.
I suppose so.
Next chapter is my favourite bit.
Okay. So yeah, they beat Umbra by ice rebounding, whatever, blah blah blah. The Anarchy and Paraka meet again in
The
the
Paraka
underground
think that
place.
they're going to
with-
ambush the Toa, but then the Toa ambush them instead because the Paraka are dumbasses.
And
So-
then the Toa ambushed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, not
they're
quite
like-
as dumb as Umbra, who gets defeated by a mirror.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Umbra. He exists just to get curbed on by a fucking mirror.
Yeah, he gets beaten in like a page from his introduction. So that's
Yeah,
Like, why was he in the book?
What? Because Lego wanted to justify this dumb Lego set that they made. Umbra.
I mean, I think it would just be cool for them to release sets on the fly.
Umbra is considered to be the worst Bionicle figure for some reason. I like him. I understand he's kind of weird, but then I read this and I'm like, wow, they really didn't want to have a set with no storyline purpose, huh?
Yeah, they just kind of threw him in there.
They wrote one page to justify, hey, Walmart paid us for an exclusive Bionicle. Let's do that.
What? Umbra's the worst set, but he looks fucking cool.
I know! He's awesome!
He's got, like, tire treads on his fucking feet. He's a literal tank boy.
I think even TTV had him on their top 10 list of worst Bionicles.
Oh, that's a shame. That's...
Yeah.
I've just done some research.
I'm honestly surprised that the Nazis attached to that TTV. TTV had a lot of sets on there that were justified, but Umbra was like not that bad. And for some reason, the Nazis decided not to attach themselves to this one, but instead to attach themselves to this one all-gray Matoran who's really boring.
Anyway,
Josie, TuragaNuva has responded. You are redeemed. You are correct.
I am correct about the wheels?
Yeah.
Fuck off, Liam! I hate you! Buy me a pizza!
Fuck off me, to be fair.
No, I like you.
I've done some research on Jala's swords. Apparently, they are in canon. He does have two, but it wasn't actually specified that he has two until book 7.
Right.
Okay, so I guess we'll get to that next time.
He does have two for this whole time, but no one brings it up.
Liam, you haven't been talking. You understand that I don't hate you, and it's just jokes, right? And you don't need to buy me a pizza, right?
Eat my ass.
Right? Okay. Okay.
I mean, is that the substitute for the pizza, or?
I mean, if we're doing touchy feely now, Josie, the jokes are jokes. We don't hate you.
Yep,
I don't hate you.
His ass is pizza flavored.
What?
Liam's ass is pizza flavored.
I'm not going. I'm not going to question how you know that, but only because I believe that you have first-hand experience.
I love that stereotypical British what?
Yep. Anyway, so the Paraka decide they want
That's
to ambush.
stereotypical?
So the reason the Paraka wanted to ambush the Toa instead of just going to get the Mask of Life because they're ahead is because they thought, hey, we want to fight. Well, we don't want to fight the Toa after we have the universe-saving MacGuffin. We want to fight them now so we can get it over with. So let's just wait for them.
I mean, it ends up working, so...
I mean, they do get there first, but their plan was stupid.
Yeah, kind of was.
One is a side question. They're all fighting over the Mask of Life, blah blah blah, it's the Super MacGuffin.
Yes.
Has it ever been shown in any of the books that anything other than like one of the evolutions of a Matoran, like the Pokemon evolutions of a Matoran, can use masks?
There's a
like
list
specifically Konohi.
There's a list on the wiki of all of the Bionicle species that can use masks. Let me get it. Let me see if Scott D are on there.
Because they can.
No, I don't think. I think I'd said that they don't have the mental discipline. It's the wording. They're all a bit kooky.
Let's see. Normal Skakdi do not have the mental things. Yeah. Yep.
Huh. I guess not.
So it's like Kuda, Matoran, Toa, Turaga, Kistora. We don't know what those are yet. Vortex, so Rudaka could have used the Mask of Life. Axon, Botar.
So, like, they're fighting for something they can't even use.
I mean, presumably because it's the Mask of Life, special rules apply, so maybe anyone can use it? I don't know.
So,
I mean,
I have this headcanon about pretty much all of the Super MacGuffins, like the Infinity Gauntlet or the Mask of Life, that the reason that they're dangerous is not that they're powerful, but that anyone can use them. It's
Okay, 'cause
okay. So
It
it's,
confused me when the shadowed one was going after the Mask of Time. That confused me then. I
he
was
might
like,
be able to use it. I don't remember.
You probably can.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's see, Soul Eater, the anime where people can turn into swords.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the Legend of King Arthur is canon in that, and it turns out that Excalibur can be wielded by anyone, making it a unique sword a unique weapon in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
But the person it turns into is really annoying.
Yeah,
and
everyone hates it.
and no one can get along with him. So, subtract that bit, and he's a really powerful sword that can be wielded by anyone.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I get the logic there. Yeah.
yeah. So, I just decided, I like that. I'm gonna graft that onto all the MacGuffins. So the Infinity Gauntlet can be wielded by anyone. The Mask of Life can be wielded by anyone. Vizon is on here as a unique being that can use the Mask of Life, even though he is a Skakti. If Vizon can use it, then I think anyone can.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Vizon, he said the Paraka are in Vizon's chambers, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, I haven't seen you in a while." And Vezok tries to rip his face off, but then he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna fuse you with Radak. Zoom, you're a monster now."
Why
Hang on, wait, what?
That was a fan-made thing, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. The Paraka Fusion is what it is officially called. They didn't bother giving it a name, and
Pretty cool though.
oddly enough, it is not a combiner model. I always thought that was one of the rules of the contest. Turns out it's not.
Huh.
There are combiner models of the Paraka, Urnok being one of them. The Paraka Fusion is a unique model.
Huh. I thought it was a combiner as well. There we go.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Wait, what?" It's got system pieces on it.
Well, I was gonna say, even in the comics where it first appeared, was the Hordika chest plate not an immediate giveaway?
I don't remember that.
didn't
I
pay
also
attention to
thought
that.
I also could have sworn it was Hakon and Raida, and then I was reading this and I thought, well, two of the Paraka got superpowers, so wouldn't it make sense if they got fused, but it wasn't them either? And then this happened. Vizok and Radak. That's kind of confusing. I would have thought that okay, so Vizok wants to fuse Vizon back into himself so he can be whole. But theoretically, wouldn't Vizon be able to fuse back with Vizok and become whole himself? And he can, so there's a mask of fusion that it's never going to be in the story. It's just something Greg said was canon once. And the wearer of the Mask of Fusion retains, they get dibs over the controls in the driver's seat and whatever for the fusion that they are a part of. So wouldn't Vizon get to be in charge if he fused back with Vizok while holding the staff?
I just think the staff literally just separates and fuses.
Yeah, there's
I think after the act, it has no interaction with whatever it's fused.
There's so many logistical questions to it. I like that he's just fucking around and he shoots a bat with it and he separates the bat into two bees.
Yeah,
and they have one wing. That's kind of funny. It's fucked up, but it's funny.
Yeah, I alluded to that before. It's I don't know about funny because literally it separates into two living halves of a bat and plummets to the ground and immediately breaks its face and dies. I kind of felt sorry for that bat.
Oh no, I felt sorry for it too, but it's also kind of funny. Vizok's is weird. Vizok's a weird boy. Anyway,
Anyway, back to the book. So Axon is doing a big old juggernaut at Brutaka because Brutaka's throwing stuff at him and he's just shrugging it off. Shrugging it off. He's like, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
Much.
I'm cool. I'm gonna beat you, Brutaka. I'm gonna destroy that vat of evil juice that you're looking at. Zoom. Smash. It's all going away. Haha. Then, I don't know, he beats up Brutaka. And Brotar's here, because he called his name earlier, and Brotar's like, hey, watch out, I'm gonna take Brotaka away. And then they do.
I love the I love the berserker rage that Axon goes in, because it's basically he's like doing the "you're dead to me, I'm ignoring you," but all badass and stuff. Because everything Brotaka throws at him, he just shrugs it off, whether or not it hurts him or not. We don't know. He doesn't care. He's just being all badass and stuff. And Brotaka's all like, "Ah, shit! I seen him get like this before. I'm fucked."
I just love that Botar, like, it's made canon that basically, in this, atheists go to hell. You're not allowed to not believe in Matanui.
Yep.
Botar is some sort of light demon that if you don't believe in God, he kills you or something. Or throws you into a pit to die.
So, the pit.
The pit!
Yes.
Bionicle literally has the pit of death from Element Animation's Minecraft series.
And then comes my favourite part of the book.
Okay,
Cracker's back.
Yeah, so quickly before we get to that, Levi, you know how in the book it describes Botar as having, like, massive teeth and stuff? Yeah. Here's what he looks like. I just posted it in the chat.
Yeah.
What?
That is what Botar looks like.
Botar is a combiner model of Axon and Brotaka's parts, and this was the best they came up with. And
those are teeth?
Those are teeth, yes.
He has horizontal teeth?
He has horizontal teeth, yes.
What? That's a mistake.
Wait,
what the fuck are you talking about? Horizontal teeth? What the hell?
Why is he imperfect cell?
What do you mean horizontal teeth, though? I don't see it. What?
He's
got like. Where are the teeth if it's not those sideways yellow things?
Yeah, those yellow things. Yeah.
What?
No, it's the up and down yellow things.
Up and down yellow things? I don't see
on his
up
face.
And down.
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is stupid.
Look, this is what I'm looking at. Like,
what the hell?
What? When did that? Oh no, sorry, that was Josie. Fuck. Okay.
When did I ever send that? That's the Baraka fusion.
Oh, I see. No, okay, he's fucking spooky.
Botar's a freaking demon.
I was looking at that and being like, okay, why is that Satan, and also why are his teeth horizontal?
Also, Foxy, pirate.
He's a fucking bat.
Foxy the pirate.
Yeah. Botar's pretty cool. But,
they refer to him in canon as jackal-headed, which I don't know what jackals you look at, but that's not what they look like.
He also has Nuva boobs.
He does.
I think he's like a reference to, I think he's a reference to that Egyptian guy, fucking the god.
Anubis.
Set.
Yeah.
Anubis, one of them.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's sort of the god of death, kind of. Until an actual Harbinger of Death shows up in 2010. Anyway, he didn't really look like anything until Five Nights at Freddy's came out. Now he looks like Foxy the Pirate. We finally have a thing he looks like.
But anyway, yeah,
good job, Bionicle. You accidentally invented Foxy the Pirate from Five Nights at Freddy's.
So yeah,
Cracker's back.
Yeah, Crocker. Freaking
Cracker's
what?
back.
I did not see this coming.
Dragon.
What?
Yeah, so as it turns out, the sphere of zone of nothing that Brotaka made that was trying to eat Axon, turns out it went into the zone of darkness, or whatever it's called. And,
the Shadow Realm thing.
The Shadow Realm, and Kraka and Tater Dragon found it, and now they're in the Prime Dimension again.
I fucking love Kraka.
I love that they're back, but why? And they haven't done anything. What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
Kraka is at least top 3 for me, like all of them, out of every character.
Yep, and
I love Kraka.
Kraka is definitely a top.
Kraka's a top and a bottom at the same time.
She's a switch. That's called a switch. Yep.
No. A switch would imply like she is one or the other at different times.
Let us really get into this.
Crocker is both halves of this equation.
Yes.
Yep, Crocker doesn't fuck other people, she fucks herself. Yep.
If you tell Crocker to go fuck herself, she says okay.
I swear to God!
I'm glad that Tater Dragon's back, because taters.
Apparently they're friends now, that's nice.
Yeah, they're friends now, that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, let's
Anyway.
move on before Leo gives himself a brain bleed.
So the United are in the Chamber of Life. They're saying, "Hey, Vizon, I see you killed most of the Paraka. Don't do that to us, please. We want that mask now." And Vizon's like, "Hey, I got future vision. Noom. I can see you. Also, I have the power to like absorb impacts and turn them into strength." Okay.
Yep,
But then he
Vizon-
doesn't because he's a snake instead of a spider.
Yeah,
Yep,
they turn
so,
the spider into a
So
snake.
suddenly he just has unlimited energy.
Unlimited
Because snake.
power.
Vizon is a weird boy. He has holographic laser vision, and
He also
ability-
has the best line of dialogue in this entire fucking book. He's
has
like
lots of them.
He's talking to the snake, and he's like, "Who's my favorite engine of death? You are. Yes, you are.
Yep. I love Vizon so much.
yeah.
Nice, devastating monster. Are you my favorite engine of destruction? I love it. It's
Wow,
my
we've,
favorite.
we've skipped over like a couple of my notes here.
What notes would they be?
Let's see. Well, Jawler thinks when their mission is over that they'll suddenly be teleported back home, and that's just crazy talk.
Does he?
Yep. Kongu read the mind of the Protodax and determined that it was a Protodax because they didn't know what it was at first, and then he read a mind, and it's like,
I'm sorry.
how?
It has a mind. It's a single-celled organism.
How?
And it's thinking,
So-
I'm a Protodax.
Is the Protodax a cat that constantly reassures?
No, it's like a Pokemon. The only thing it ever says or thinks is Protodax.
Yeah, like a cat. Yeah, like a cat. They constantly need to reassure you that they are a cat, or they will cease to exist. And then
Cats are bastards.
And let's see,
Cats
then
are
we
all
got-
bastards.
Then we got quotes from Vizon. I liked writing those down. So, hey, theoretically, you could just take the spear from Vizon, separate him from the mask, fuse him back into Vizon, and then there are no more problems and the bad guys win.
You'd think so.
Yeah, but they're too stupid to coordinate on that. So even though that's the easiest thing, even though that is the best possible plan you could come up with here, they decided not to do that. All these years, they thought Holly's mask power. We already did that.
Yeah.
Part. I had
so
fanfic.
anyway.
Oh wait, I didn't mention this. I had a fan fiction concept for involving the Knowi Elda, and I accidentally came up with something that's better for it to do than canon.
What did you come up with?
It's like Tahu is like okay, so in my interpretation of Bionicle canon, you know what? We'll talk about it at the end of the canon because I was about to spoil stuff.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Anyway.
Axon pulled "Did You're Dead to Me" thing. Lost causes are the ones worth fighting for. Axon had a good quote. He's on laser vision. Let's see. And so they push Vizon's Spider Boy into the lava.
We're
and
not there yet.
Yeah, we
We're not
are.
there
We
yet?
are at that bit.
We're at that bit.
Yeah, we're at that bit.
Okay. Well, before Vizon comes up back from the lava and surprises them, and Chandler's so like, I'm gonna dive into the lava and get the mask. I am not immune to lava. I'm only immune to hot stuff, so I'll survive for about 10 seconds. After I kill myself, Hyuki, you take over, okay?
Yeah.
Why Hyuki, not Matoro?
I don't know.
Does Matoro just intimidate Jawler so much that he doesn't want to dignify the fact that he already feels like the leader?
I like to think that Huki made such a good impression during that Coley match that Jala's like, "Yep, you're the best."
Now, the worst part of this, Jawler mentions that he was a lava surfer. It's canon.
Yeah.
It's canon. Jawler's a surfer dude.
I mean, yes, literally.
With the voice from the movie and everything.
Was that not made obvious by the movie?
Yeah. Well, there is one of the Matoran quotes in Bionicle for the Game Boy Advance. The one just called Bionicle. Tales of the Hunga, Quest for the Toa, whatever. There's a Matoran that says Jala is a good lava surfer, you should do it. And, yeah, it's a canon. So, the reason Andrew Francis is probably the canon voice for Joller, because he sounds like a surfer dude.
Yeah. He did it.
And then the Mask of Life surfaces on the lava, and Joller's all like, oh, hey, I don't have to kill myself. There's a guy attached to it still.
Yep.
And a dragon. The spider turned into a dragon. Because the Mask of Life just does that, apparently. Apparently, the Mask of Life kept Vizon and Fenrock from dying by turning Fenrock into a dragon.
I thought he just, like, had a spare pet. He was just oh, fuck it, the spider's not working.
No, it's the same guy.
Well, the Mask of Life decided that the spider's not working, so he turned it into a dragon.
Yep.
And all these years, I thought the Cardiset Dragon was a thing, but I find out now that there's only one, and that it didn't exist until just now. Yeah. And that Cardis is probably just actually the name of the individual dragon.
Yeah, it is. It's literally like Vizon comes up with the name on the fly.
Vizon
He's just
decides, well, I've known this creature for a month, and I'm only just now deciding to name it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I just assumed that the Fenrock turned into a dragon when it fell in lava. That's just a thing, like Pokemon. No, I am not good at this Bionicle thing.
So, okay.
And then they have a beam struggle.
Yeah, they have a beam struggle,
There's
and
a Bionicle beam struggle, like Dragon Ball Z.
And they realize, hey, we can't fight this thing forever. It's gonna kill us. Jala, you have a thing, right? And Jala's like, oh yeah, I have a thing. And he shoots the thing and makes them freeze.
Yeah, apparently it was a Zamor of time.
Or something, yeah.
Something. That's all the Mask of Time ever does is freeze stuff, so it might as well be.
That's not true. Tahu used it to like go super fast.
No, he said he could, but Vukama told him not to.
What?
Tahu suggested he could use the Mask of Time to go super fast, and Vukama said no.
Did he not use it to go super fast and like grab a thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm pretty sure he just used it to slow time.
I thought like in the first or second, probably the second book, like he had the Mask of Time and something bad was gonna happen, and he was like, well, I'd better go grab the MacGuffin.
No, he just slowed time down.
What are you talking about?
It's very late here, Liam.
My head is full of bonk. I'm creating my own canon at this point.
I think
you're
almost
as bad as Greg.
I think before he gets frozen, he threatens the Toa. He says, maybe I should use the spear and see if I can split the Matoran you used to be from the arrogant fools you are now. Is that a thing? Can he do that?
Yes, he can. I mean, they literally used the spear to split the intelligence out of Vezok, so...
Yeah, but could they use the spear to split the baby from the Toa?
They split the smart from the guy, so probably.
Yeah, they probably could.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all the smart left his body and became a new entity, and left the dumb. Like all the dumb is now its own entity.
Yeah, I think the spear can literally like split any concept of your reality away from you. So. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, so they get the mask off of the guy, and it's surprisingly easy to rip his fucking head off.
I'm just imagining now they use the spear of fusion on, like, Vezok or whatever, and, like, they split the blue out of him, so he just becomes...
They should have just split the dead out of Matanui.
Yeah.
They could have!
They could have done it.
So the Kongu read the mask's mind, and it's all, and so he's telling the other Toa, just let Mitoro take it, and they're all like, wait, why? Mitoro? And Kongu's just like, okay, just do it. Just do it.
He does.
I mean,
he's just like, oh, here's the mask.
I mean, the bad guy's frozen in time. Can't you tell them? You can't tell them that the mask wants them. You have the mask of mind reading. Come on, you tell. Secrets are babies.
There's a line in this, like, he, like, hesitated because he was so shocked that it even had a mind in the first place as well. And, like, they literally learned like, halfway through this book that their own masks were alive. Why is he so shocked that the mask of life is alive?
You'd think they'd bring up the fact that their masks were alive in this situation.
Yeah, so in my notes here, I have it written, secrets are babies, written SEKRETSARBABs, babies.
I stopped taking notes 4 books ago.
I don't know what I don't know what secrets are babies means. I don't know why I wrote this. I think it was 5 a.m. when I got to this part.
Oh dear.
I think it was 5 a.m. when I got to this part, and I just wrote "secrets are babies" after my monologue about Kongu being butts.
Oh, it's gonna be 5 a.m. by the time we're done with this.
Foreshadowing!
I mean, it's 2 a.m. now, so...
I mean, to be fair, we have 2 chapters left.
So anyway,
in another few hours, the sun will be up.
And then the mask of life flies away.
Yeah, it doesn't want to have any of this shit anymore. It just flies up the stairs.
Yep, and the Prologue all wake up.
1 minute it's like, I want my Toro, and then it fucking runs away from him.
Yep, and the Prologue all wake up, and they try to stop the Toa, but the Toa are good at it, so they don't get stopped. And then Vizok is all like, wait, before we go, can you fuse Vizon back into me? Because he's kind of like knocked out right now. We can just do it. And then Raydok goes up and is about to do it with the Spear Fusion. And then he just snaps it over his knee. And he's like, done. Let's go. And
deal with it. Stop whining.
This is really stupid, but it perfectly fits character because the Baraka are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
You fuse Vizok back together, and he's more useful in the hunt for the mask, or you use it in reverse on him again, and over and over and over again, and then he's dead, or just break it, sure.
He has shown time and time again that he's kind of the most capable of the Paraka, so, like, I think he just wanted to sabotage his smart.
But Raydok is the least smart of the Baraka, so I think he's just like, I forgot what this thing even fucking does, and I just want to go get the thing. Let's go.
True, probably. But regardless, it means that Vizon gets to live another day, and that's fine in my book.
Yeah, I love Vizon. He's great.
Yeah.
He's my
I actually do like
him.
him. I like that he's he's just been born like a month ago, and suddenly, to be fair to them, it's like a month ago, 250 years, but
well, yeah,
he's basically actually a child at this point.
Yep. Yeah, basically,
and he acts like a child.
Yeah, and he's great. I love him. He's like the Joker or Deadpool, but a baby.
But like neither of those at all.
He's pretty good.
Give it time.
Yeah,
I like him.
He shows up again.
Let's just say, unlike most villains, Vizon will be important later. So
yeah, Vizon's great. He's
keep
great.
an eye on him.
I like him. He gets a thing stopped to his film.
Anyway, moving on. The mask is leading all the Toa away and up back to the surface and then into the sea. And Holly goes to swim after it, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm drowning because I don't know how to hold my breath for like a million years."
If only I could create a bubble underwater.
The mask of water breathing is pretty redundant because the Toa of water can just make a bubble of air around themselves, or.
But before that, they are running up the stairs and they don't notice that suddenly there's literal fire on the stairs underneath their feet.
Oh yeah,
making a poem.
Right. Yeah,
a poem about the mask of life dropping itself at the ocean.
Yeah, it's like, beware the depths of darkness, something.
So
poems
is the mask
blah,
of
blah,
life
don't
just
go into the pit.
So is the mask of life just supposed to drop itself in the ocean, or what?
Yes.
Is that like the final trial? Like, now you have to go into the ocean.
I mean, we're gonna find out later that there is a very good reason for it to go there.
Oh, right, it's supposed to be in the ocean, I forgot.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see that. But anyway. Holly almost drowns, but she's saved by a mysterious Matoran who immediately dies.
Yep, because of, I think it's called the Mercedes-Benz disease.
What
is that?
When you're diving, you have to be very careful not to you can't swim downwards too quickly or swim upwards too quickly, or you'll get pressure sickness.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, it's called the Benz.
Oh.
And not named after the car. That was a joke.
Okay.
It's BENDS, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
That makes
I'm
more
pretty
sense.
sure it's BENZ, but I might just be misremembering, because Jackie Chan Adventures came up with the joke before I did.
Well, whatever it is, Holly's okay because Matoran.
Yep, Holly's
Yes.
okay because this Matoran that they don't even know, and it just came up and was like, "Hey, my friends are dead. My friends are dying. Come help us." Also, I'm dying, and then he dies.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Wow, this guy risked his life to save Holly and probably his friends. He's probably a better hero than all of us."
Even though Matoro... yeah. I was going to say, even though Matoro literally sacrificed himself like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Whatever, okay.
But, like, history won't even remember this guy.
Yeah, but
We
it
don't even
doesn't
know his
count
name.
because he's still not dead. He only
Anyway,
died
yeah.
a bit.
Anyway, yeah, so they all
Matoro,
decide,
why don't you just stay dead?
So then they find the TuragaNuva are alive, and are like, "Alright, are you gonna help us with your massive water breathing and stuff?" And I'm like, "Nah, we're gonna go home. You got this."
Yeah,
But-
pretty much.
Masks of water breathing.
And the fact that, you know, the TuragaNuva are the most powerful Toa around,
you're
not going to help?
You
Nope,
could
okay.
just give them the masks. They might not be able to use them. Maybe they can.
You can at least
You
try.
don't know that. You could at least try. Or how about this? How about this? You go in the ocean.
No, actually, it won't work. Only the TuragaNuva are capable of using the Kanoe
They don't
Nuva.
know that. Why would they know that? Why couldn't they at least check?
Yeah.
Or how about the TuragaNuva go into the ocean and the Toa-Nika go home?
I mean, yeah. This is kind of like one of the only times that two active Toa teams ever interact. So, like, they could have tried working together a bit.
This
That
is
would've
like
been
the
nice.
only time the mask of water breathing would have ever come in handy. Because all 6 of them need to go underwater. It's not just the Toa of water the Toa of water, who I guess none of them realize they can just push the water out. So I guess I'm just ranting at this point. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
The Toa
I
of
don't
water breathing, give help. Why? Home? No?
Sure. Whatever. But anyway, so the Paraka, you know, they're still alive, and they're like, oh dear, the mask's gone in the water. Should we chase after it? No, let's see what happens first. And they see Botar chatting to Tahu, and then Botar teleports away with Brutaka in tow. And yeah, the TuragaNuva say, "Hey, Toa and Aika, you're cool. Go do the thing. You can do it. You can win. We'll see each other soon." Except they won't, because
Yeah.
the TuragaNuva are gonna go be guys.
I love the fucking the dialogue between Tahu and Axon. And he's like,
Yeah.
I don't need a Kanoe Road to know that you lied to them. And Tahu's just like, yeah, they'll be lucky if they survive.
Go Toa,
Yeah.
go Nika. I totally believe in you, I guess. I don't even need the Mask of Truth to know you lied to them.
When does Botar talk to them?
Botar doesn't
okay.
talk.
Well, no. So, this part sort of happens off in the distance while the Paraka are looking, like surveying what's happening. It mentions that Botar is talking to Tahu, but then Botar just goes away.
I thought Botar had fucked off at this point. I
No,
didn't-
he's still around briefly.
When
Just
does it
hanging
say
out,
that? Because I didn't read that.
He's just hanging out, carrying Brutaka's unconscious body.
It's literally like one line in the middle of chapter 52. I don't remember exactly what it said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is Botar was telling them about a very important mission that they have to go on now, which we'll see later. Anyway.
Yes.
So Axon,
And then
Axon reveals the way
Axon
to
leads
the
up to a
underwater city.
staircase. Yep.
Yep, another staircase. Why is it always stairs?
Yep.
And that's it.
Stairs into the ocean.
That's it.
Stairs into the ocean and into book 7, which
I really
we'll be
liked it.
reading next
I really
time.
like this book. It's a good book.
Yeah, it's real cool.
I didn't
love
realize, honestly, I didn't realize the first few times I read these books just how much they did rush the Toa and Aika's arc, as opposed to how much build-up the Paraka had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of mirrors how fucking random it was for them as well. They're like, oh shit, we're Toa now?
Well, I guess we're
that's
Toa now. What? Our master alive? Okay. Wow.
Actually-
most of us have ironic masks. How about that?
I quite liked that the Toa and Nika kind of went, oh, we're Toa. Okay, well, I guess we could better move on because there's a lot we've got to get done, and the fact that they're all kind
last
of
book, and I'll mention it again. I really like how they apparently just assumed that this would happen, so they're not even surprised. Like, yeah, we kind of figured this would happen.
Well,
And
you
we're
would.
Toa now. Yep.
But-
The Destiny and whatever. Come on, let's go.
I mean, considering they all have military experience or experience fighting in wars, the fact that they can kind of go, yeah, we're Toa, let's just keep going.
They're pretty badass, and the fact that they're surprised that the TuragaNuva think they can handle this themselves is odd. But I get it. They've spent their entire lives thinking these guys are the shit.
We're talking about as far as like these Matoran are concerned. Just look at Jala. We're talking about the same guy who single-handedly decroned a Borak Cal.
Yeah, that's true.
Specifically, the most powerful Borak Cal, the Plasma one. Plasma being what stars are made of.
Yeah.
He defeated a Borak Cal with the power of the sun as a Matoran.
He's pretty cool. And
Just jumped him.
Yeah.
He
It
just
makes
jumped
sense that
him.
that would carry on over.
I mean, to be
him
fair,
being a
you
Toa.
say that, but I can make plasma in my microwave with a grape.
Okay, I can't argue with that. Congratulations, Levi. You are now Toa of Plasma. Congratulations. We haven't even seen one of those in canon yet, but congratulations. You're
And
that.
we won't.
We won't?
No.
Is there none?
I don't think that. No, there are other.
Didn't
Oh,
There are.
Is there?
Are there?
Oh, yeah, but do
There
they
are
actually...
Toa,
but none
there are
show up
Toa
in
of
canon.
Plasma, but do they actually do anything? Do they matter?
There's one that's briefly mentioned to have been killed by the Paraka in the last...
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so the
That's about
Paraka also killed something that could shoot the sun at them. Alright.
Did they say something like all that was left was a foul-smelling puddle or something?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Apparently the sun smells bad. Now we know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the end. That's where we got to this time. Lowen, you
Yes.
said a few things. Say some more things. What do you think?
Do you mean just about the book?
Yeah, just in general.
No,
How's
tell us
life?
about your day. How was your day?
Well, I woke up at 5 a.m. and then saw a message that said I could sleep until 6, so that was pretty good.
Ah,
Nice.
Because
Awesome.
the podcast got delayed. Oh no, I like...
because Liam...
Yeah,
Had to
Liam.
get a haircut.
How dare you get your hair cut?
Yeah, Liam, how dare you get your haircut that we were supposed to be able to hear today?
And apparently
Bite me.
smell.
We were supposed to hear and smell your haircut. We were supposed to experience your haircut in every sense except sight.
I want to feel it.
I
Liam,
want
are you still there?
to
I
taste
am.
your hair
Okay.
without seeing it, friend.
Anyway, you know
I think
what?
Liam's done with our shit.
I think I'm done with our shit too. We've
I
been
was
recording
done
for
with your
nearly
shit
4
2
hours.
hours ago.
I just
Oh
think
my
I
God,
am
we-
shit.
We've been going for nearly 4 hours. We need to end.
Wow, has this been our longest episode ever? And it's been mostly about
Not
Pokemon?
even close.
This is our longest episode.
I didn't realize when I was reading this was going to evolve into our biggest shit show yet.
This episode was mostly about Pokemon, and I hope you don't cut all of that. I know you're gonna cut most of it, but I hope you don't cut all of it. I want there to be a significant amount of nonsense in this episode.
I probably won't cut as much as you think, to be honest. It's a lot sort of nonsense interwoven with actual points, so it's going to be hard to cut regardless.
Yep, actual points, like how Diglett's, like how Dugtrio is just a mole with heads for arms.
Yeah.
A lot of our fucking diversions today were from me, but because Bonk is the only new variable in this, I'm going to blame it all on him, so you're never invited back. That's a nice way to end.
I don't know. I would blame all of this on Pokemon Go, to be honest.
That pretty much sums up this episode, actually.
Oh, God. Next time, we're going to be reading Book 7, Prologue through Chapter 15. Optional reading of Bionicle Worlds. Don't feel the need to read it, and there's not much in there.
We're gonna teach every Pokemon on our team dive. Next episode. Next episode is we enter 2007.
Yeah.
And it will be 12 hours long.
Like I said, we already have a guest lined up for that episode, but there's a few more episodes in the future that we don't have guests for, so if you want to be that, at us on Twitter or whatever you do, I don't know how you contact this show, just do it.
Most people just tweet me, but apparently I guess we get YouTube comments also that I don't read.
I read those. So.
I am only good at Twitter. So anyone trying to interact with me on any other social media platform, including Discord, which is the one we are literally on right now, I'm gonna be a potato. I'm only good at Twitter.
Oh no, we've lost all our viewers now.
No. Oh no. If they weren't scared off by the 4-hour runtime already.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Watch, you're gonna edit out all the stupid bits and it's only gonna be like half an hour.
I've listened to an 11-hour podcast before, so I feel like
Are we still going, or...?
We are ending right now.
Put
significant shrinkage.
Put Pokemon Go at the end of the stream.
You've got to eat your greens. You've got to eat your greens. You've got to turn to bees. Use asparagus and kale, the tracer and the snake, the beast, the bully drifter, trigger and Vizon. Piraka yo, piraka yo. We all are not cool guys, and we're really dead.